I heard your husband.
Did you?
Yeah.
So we're live. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Misty and Jen live streaming. We're going to live stream what was it on? NBC?
I don't know. It's actually on FDA Direct YouTube channel.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what it was on, but it was on the. It's been almost on every news station though. This dude's been on there. I guess this dude's name is like Marty or something. You know who I'm talking about? The main guy.
Dr. Marty McCary or something like
Okay.
that. I think that's
Yeah.
him. So we're going to watch that. We haven't watched it yet. So we figure we will do a live stream so that y'all can watch it with us. Oh, I need to go share it.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Hey. I was just about to tag you.
Oh, you go to your Facebook?
Yeah. For now, until.
I miss Facebook. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. But ever since the FDA, DEA, and HHS dropping this schedule 70H on Tuesday, I'm kind of glad I'm not on Facebook now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been crazy, dude. It's been real crazy.
I mean, I'm dealing with a lot of shit already on TikTok, and
Yeah.
I've reached my fuck it stage. You know what? There's been people that's followed me for years, and they are coming at me hard with some childish ass fucking comments. I'm just straight up blocking you. I'm done. I'm fucking done. So y'all can keep attacking me all you want. I'm not responsible for the FDA going after 70H. None of us are. None of us kratom advocates are.
Yeah, I mean, and that's my thing, like, all of these people that are, that we see a lot, like, on TikTok and everything, they're coming on there and just, insulting people,
Yeah.
insulting other kratom advocates, like, uh, you know, downright being dirty, disrespectful, and mean.
Yeah.
And it's like, why aren't y'all using that energy to go out there and advocate for your cause? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
I'm like, you know what? Save your negative comments that you're giving towards me or any other kratom advocates. Save those comments. Take
yep,
that energy, redirect it when the FDA comes out with their public comment period. Like, you need to be pointing the fingers at your damn selves. Where have y'all been all these years?
yep. Like, y'all need to, contact these people that are in charge of everything. Like, start contacting legislators. Share your story. Why are
Like,
you on social media, just disrespecting people and being rude? Like, that's
yeah,
just, it blows my, and it makes you look unhinged as fuck.
unhinged. Unhinged big time. It's like, you know what it reminds me of? So, if y'all don't know, I was an active addict for 11 years straight. I was addicted to pain pills. My DOC, my drug of choice, was oxycodones. So I was addicted to pain pills, benzos, and muscle relaxers for 11 years straight. The way that the 7OH community is acting right now is how I used to act when the pharmacist would tell me your refill is too soon. I would be so freaking mad. I would go to my car, I would punch the ceiling in my car, and then the very first thing I do is try to figure out which one of my drug dealers, Ricky, Bobby, Timmy, Kenny, which one of them might have some pills that I could go buy real quick, I used to be so mad. But y'all showing your true asses, you're showing your true colors.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's just, I don't understand how they think it's a good idea to go and just, like I said, call people names,
Yeah.
disrespectful, just
Like y'all are where were this has been out for a couple years. Synthetic 7OH has been out since 2023. Where were y'all at prior? And I will always forever say this too, that since based on my advocacy, whole leaf kratom saves 95% of the people that find it. Synthetic 7OH is ruining 95% of the people that find it.
Yeah.
This is based on my advocacy, the comments that I get. Oh my God, the private messages that I get. It breaks my heart.
And it's every day. It's not just like a couple of stories. I mean, it's horrible. Like, it's horrible every single day. Every single day.
The amount of people that were tricked into believing that synthetic 7-OH was a more potent form of kratom, now they can't go 2 hours without popping another pill, because withdrawal sets in that fast. They can't sleep through the night because they got to wake up to pop a pill.
Yeah.
And then the money that they are spending.
Like, I don't even know how, like, the amount of money people are spending. Like, I couldn't do it. There's no way I could. I'd be out on my ass. My whole family would.
I'd be slobbering some D's on my knees.
Yeah.
Like, how normal everyday people can't spend $500 a day. A day. Not a week, y'all. A day.
Yeah.
Who, like, I don't know. It's not clocking to me, y'all.
Yeah, it does happen fast. It happens really fast. It's crazy.
Oh, I know. Louisiana. Man, I'm so pissed off about Louisiana. And the fact that these 7-OHers want to crawl out of their damn fucking floorboards now. They don't even realize that what's happened in Louisiana happened over years of span time.
Yeah.
And the fact that those representatives knew they didn't know. They didn't know how to differentiate between 7-OH and kratom. But the stories they were hearing were from 7-OH. But they lumped it all in together.
Yep.
And now the whole entire state of Louisiana is banned for sale, distribution, manufacture, and possession of all kratom.
I think, I just, I know that there's a lot of, it's a scary thing when the government gets involved because we all know how that goes sometimes. But I mean, in my heart, I just really feel like it's going to work out. And I think, the whole way that 7-OH came out on the market, from the beginning to now, has just been the entire wrong way. Not only have they it's a kratom product, kratom product, kratom product, kratom product, but the dosages and stuff just going higher and higher. Like, no self-regulation in the industry at all. All they care about is making money.
And the free sample.
Yeah, the free sample, getting that hook in,
Yep.
reeling them back in. But it's like, I feel like the different, like, them coming on and, like, on all these media outlets, their social media posts, all the, government officials that have been, they're truly, like, differentiating kratom from 7-OH, and they're even going over, like, the difference between the natural 7-OH and how it's in trace amounts. And I mean, that's a huge, dude, I never thought I'd see the day. I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
I know, huh? And the fact that the 7-OHers want to constantly throw in the old
Oh, yeah.
science articles regarding 7-OH. That was the natural 7-OH that they were studying.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I would love to know who. I would love to know which chemist got smart and was like, hey, here's the studies on this. Let's figure out how to pluck it out and, extract it and chemically, synthetically create it. I would love to know who. I would love to know who sold the first fucking blister pack or
Yeah.
gave away the first fucking blister pack. Because any study that happened before 7-OH was mass produced in 2023. Any study that happened prior to that is null and void. That is not your argument to me. Oh, and that's the other thing. That's the other comments that I keep getting. You don't even research. Do your research. You're not you don't even know who the fuck I am.
Yeah. There's studies about that. And it's like, oh, here we go. Bringing up the old, and it's like, I cannot stand every single time I read that. Well, it's naturally in the cranium, or it naturally converts in your liver. It's like, dude, we're talking about these 7-OH products that are on the market. you know, yeah, they're lab tested, but they're
Supposedly.
not all, yeah, supposedly, but they're not all not all of them are lab testing for residual solvents.
Yeah.
And, like Dr. McCurdy said when we interviewed him, like the oxidation process is literally producing unknown chemicals. We
Yes.
have no idea what the hell that does to your body after a while. Like, it's just like you really don't know what you're taking. So, it's completely different than the 7-OH that your body naturally produces. So, I
Completely
mean,
different.
I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that.
Yeah, that's that. Like you said, that's the other argument that people are throwing on our faces on TikTok is that um, your body naturally converts metragenine, or not naturally. They say your body converts metragenine into 7-OH, and I keep saying that's the natural way. That's how it's supposed to be done. What these 7-OH dealers did was make a product to bypass our liver and stomachs from doing that.
Right. Yeah.
And they can't even identify, Dr. McCurdy cannot identify the unknown compounds. That right there should be a red flag. That should be scary.
I mean, this dude's been doing what he's researching kratom for the past 2 decades.
Yes.
And if he's saying that he can't identify those compounds, that's fucking huge. And I
Yeah,
mean,
that company right there is also that I'm telling you, they make their freaking 7 tabs look like freaking Xan bars. Like you telling me that chronic, this is supposed to save chronic pain patients who got abandoned by their doctors. Oh, but here's an idea. Let's make them look like Xanax bars.
yeah.
They
Let's
have
name them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Let's name them all these different fucking narcotic names. Let's put them inside of a pill bottle.
Insane.
They
And
got they got sublingual strips. They have nasal sprays. They got vapes. What else? They got them in little candy forms.
yeah, they got the little
Ice cream
drink
cones.
mixes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
drink
ice cream
mixes.
cone. The only thing I've ever heard them address as far as like the industry as a whole is, well, we got rid of the ice cream cones
Yeah,
because it's like, okay, well, what about all this other shit that's out
yeah.
there? No concern at all.
And these 7-OHers, like I said, we have been inundated with nothing but negative shit ever since the FDA, HHS, DEA thing did their press conference on Tuesday. And they want to blame us. What we did as responsible kratom advocates who do the motherfucking research is we kept constantly talking about the science or lack thereof science regarding 7-OH. Why wasn't there any science prior to it being dispersed to the
Right.
public?
Right. And I mean, I get it, they're mad, but to blame kratom advocates for
Jade,
us.
yes. I'm sorry, Jen. They said, from what I understand is when autopsies, it shows up as
Oh,
metragenine.
yeah.
Yes, that is 100% true. There
Yep.
is no test to differentiate between 7-hydroxy and metragenine. There is absolutely no test. And the way that Mac and Dr. McCurdy and them explained it is that it washes out of the blood, 7-OH washes out of the bloodstream so damn fast that even if there is a test, would it even be accurate?
Right. And so it's still, all 7-OH products have a trace amount of metragenine, period. And so that's what they're picking up on the testing that they're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, they even got lean. I think that's probably what you're talking about too. But they got shit that looks like fucking, y'all remember the lean air, the Sprite and promethazine.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They sure
Yeah.
do.
They got
do.
lean products.
That's just insane.
And it's like, stop blaming us. Stop that bullshit.
And it's like, stop blaming the AKA. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing our job. We're out there telling people trying to educate the different
Awareness.
Yeah. And then the AKA is doing their job by protecting consumers.
Yeah.
Like, that's all they're supposed to be doing. They're a consumer advocacy group. So they are protecting kratom consumers.
Yeah. They're following the science. They have, kratom, whole leaf kratom has over 500 studies done on it.
Yeah.
And right now, the 708ers throw in that little fucking beagle dog study, which y'all don't even realize was flawed to begin with.
Yeah.
So anyway, the best way that I can explain what has happened since Tuesday, July 29th, when the FDA, DEA, HHS did their press conference, there was a huge earthquake. Our communities have been fractured.
Yeah.
There's a huge fault line, and it's too late. It's too fucking late. I don't know, the comments that people keep saying to me is like, the kratom community needs to come together with the 708 community. No, the fuck we don't.
Well, yeah. Why is it like? And that's another thing. It's like, why? Why is it like? First of all, we asked you several times. How many times? Please don't call it kratom. Don't market it as a kratom product. Don't market it. And you still kept doing it. And then people wanted to argue with us, saying it was a kratom product.
Yeah.
But it's like, why is it falling to our laps to advocate for you?
Yeah.
If you want to, if that's saving your life and it's helping your chronic pain, whatever you're taking it for, then you get out there and y'all do something about it.
Where were you these past couple of years when us advocates have been advocating our asses off at hearings to try to keep kratom legal? When the whole problem was the synthetic 708 products being put in the smoke shops and gas stations. But here we are having to save kratom. Where the fuck were you?
Yeah.
You want to ask me? No. Oh, you don't want to. You were sitting at home getting high. That's what the fuck you were doing.
Getting high and talking shit.
In your fucking basement. Smelling like the inside of a belly button and want to talk shit about us advocates. Fuck y'all.
Oh, it kills me whenever you say that. But I mean, it's true though. It's like, I just don't understand. Like, if anything, y'all need to be coming together as a community and doing what y'all need to do. But it's like, it just ain't happening. Like, I don't understand what their
whole focus right now is to go attack the AKA, to go attack us advocates. That's their focus right now. And then they're doing it in the insane, unhinged way.
Yep. And you know what? If you think about it, though, I mean, I guess that's good for us because at the end of the day, not only does it, make y'all look unhinged, but it just makes what y'all are doing maybe not such a good idea in the public eye,
like back what happened to me in February when the 708 Reddit rat community tried to cancel me. It's like y'all joked about getting me swatted while I was on my way to fucking Vegas and I couldn't do anything. My kids were here at home.
I mean, that was insane. I mean, I was so upset for you.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there in Vegas worrying if my kids are going to get a prank 911 call done on them. Fucking cops showing up in armored vehicles and shit.
I mean, you hear about that shit on the news. People getting killed because of that shit. Like video game swatting and stuff. Like, that's nothing to play with.
So ever since that happened to me in February, I separated myself from the 708 community. I am not one of you.
Yeah.
I will not advocate for you. Your product is not what I advocate for.
Yeah.
That's on you.
And again, like, dude, we're not even, and people keep on saying that we're advocating for a ban. No, we're not. Yep. Not at all. Not one time have I ever said, I believe that it needs to be banned. All I'm saying is it needs more science, it needs more research, and people need education.
Yeah.
There needs to be education so people know what they're taking and know the risks behind it.
They needed informed consent is what they needed.
Mm-hmm. Period.
And we never said we wanted it banned. We never said we wanted it scheduled. I don't agree with the Schedule 1.
I don't either.
I don't. But the fact of the matter is the FDA and them got to know something we don't know.
I think so too.
Like, honestly, I feel like they've already done their 8-factor analysis test and that what they're going through now with the public comment period is just procedural. I feel like they're just going through the motions, but I feel like they already know.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just it's a mess, and I think that everybody needs to be able to take what do, but again, my thing is I'm a kratom advocate.
Hmm.
So my what I do every day is to educate and spread awareness.
Yeah.
It's not to advocate, for if people take a substance that helps them, get out there and advocate
Yeah.
just like I do every day.
Yeah. Get out from behind those anonymous accounts. Get out there,
Yeah.
put your face out there. If you ain't ashamed of shit, put your face out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I will say that the news stations keep on lumping the
Yeah.
kratom. Oh, it's like they'll even say 70H and then they show pictures of the fucking kratom.
Yeah.
I was like, dude.
Right now, the news stations they're doing what they fucking know how to do. They do
Yeah.
clickbait shit.
Yep. And I think a lot of it's just ignorance, you know what I mean? But I'm telling you, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're about to watch this FDA thing. I think, just watching it is like, everyone I've seen is like that. Like, they are differentiating. They keep saying we're not going out off after natural leaf
Yeah.
kratom, and I really, only thing, something had to be done.
Yeah.
The way that shit was going with 70H, like, it was getting out of hand. It
Yeah.
really was getting out of hand, and so it's like something needed to be done. If something happens in the future as kratom advocates, all we can do is hope and wait and fight when the time comes, like we've always done.
Because we saw the evolution of 7OH happening. We saw
Yeah.
it all started off with
And
nothing
it
but
was
15.
fast.
Yeah, super within 6 months. So it all started with 15 milligram tabs, right? And so once they started seeing how fast those were selling out, oh, hey, buddy, let's up the milligrams. Now the highest I've seen is 120 milligram tablets.
Insane.
It is just, and they've made billions. They have made billions off of y'all. And you telling me that they couldn't put money into grants so that people could study the 7OH?
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like, why hasn't the manufacturers and the vendors come together and agreed upon self-regulating just like the kratom community did?
Now they want to freak out after the earthquake hit, so they want to freak out after the fact?
Point fingers and point blame everywhere except for where it needs to be placed.
Yeah, which is the fucking dealers. I would never call them vendors. They are fucking dealers.
Yeah, robbing smoke shops dude.
Yep, people don't believe me when I say that, and I'm no longer on Facebook anymore. My motherfucking haters love me so much that they got me banned on Facebook in June. So, thank y'all for doing that. But when I was on Facebook, I was collecting a thread of all of the 7OH robberies that had happened. At the time, in June, I had up to 10. There was 10 different smoke shop robberies. Just the other day was a new one.
Yeah.
In Virginia.
And that one even said, that was like the third time dude stole.
Third or fourth time. I don't remember which one, but yeah. They're selling loose 7OH powder. Yeah, people. That's the other. So when that whole shit went down with me in February, I had took a screenshot of a guy that bragged about freebasing his powder. And so all these little 7OH Reddit rats kept accusing me of being a liar and all that shit. And when we did the live stream, I showed the receipts on it. Freebasing that shit. Probably snorting it too. I don't fucking know. I wonder if anybody shot any up.
Hey, Kelly. We're just
Jen. Hey.
We're chilling. We're watching a couple we're watching the FDA 7OH thing and just talking about all the shit that's happened, the fallout since the FDA's announcement, with all the 7OH stuff. I mean, it's been crazy in the advocacy world. People have just been disrespectful, name calling, rude.
Oh, Kelly's commented on my TikTok.
I've seen her on TikTok. I've seen her commenting on TikTok. She's out there on the front lines too.
Yeah, she's seeing what people are saying to me.
I mean, it's insane. I'm not sure where in Virginia.
Let me look that up.
And yeah, Jade, the loose 7OH powder, yeah. I've seen people, comment like, "Oh, how much are y'all taking?" Or whatever, whatever. And I've seen a gram of that, which I don't know. I'd say I don't know. I'm making a number up. At least $100 for a gram. I think it might last most people. I'd say 3 times. 3 times. So $100, 3 doses for that powder. That ain't saving nobody money, dude.
It was in Fairfax County, Jen. So Fairfax County, the guy was 23 years old.
Oh, it's absolute chaos. I mean, it's chaos.
Oh, it says the guy. So the chief says they've had 14 vape shop burglaries that have occurred. 9 of those cases have been closed by arrest. Some of the vape shop burglaries that have occurred have been repeat locations. So I don't know. I just know that this guy stole 7OH.
Yeah. It's just that's not kratom behavior. But
No.
the news stations are real bad about, oh, they sold kratom.
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't. Even the lady's holding the fucking package up is clearly not kratom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, I can't imagine spending that kind of money and thinking that's okay.
I don't know what else to tell you. You know, if you consume 7OH, them dealers have made billions off of you, and
Mhm.
their targeted communities were active addicts and chronic pain patients. And what makes me sad is the chronic pain patients who were never addicted to their opioids are now addicted to 7OH. My private messages are full of people that feel ashamed now.
Yeah.
And it's like I was like, I don't know what else to tell people other than I'm sorry. I've been trying to raise awareness about 7OH since when did we start talking about it? I think it was early last year.
Yeah, it was either it was early last year or I think it was like January or
Yeah.
so of last year. I think it was around that time. I know you were really, leery about, and I mean, I totally get it because we were already seeing so many people,
Yeah.
go crazy with it. And it only been, I mean, it was like, it just happened it's like a fucking forest fire, a
Yeah.
dry ass forest got a match thrown on it. That's how
Yeah.
fast it's all been.
And yeah, I did not want to talk about it for the longest time, because I did not want to use, and I've been accused of this, I didn't want to use my platforms as where it's looking like I'm promoting it,
Yeah.
because some people did accuse me of that, saying, well, if I would have never saw it on your TikTok, I would have never got curious and went and bought it.
Well, that's like the goblin thing. People are
Yeah.
like, "Oh, thanks, goblin. I'm hooked on 7-0 or whatever." It's like, get the fuck out of here. Hey, Lisa. Hey.
Leisha is one of those badass Mississippi advocates that fought for 5 years to finally get a KCPA pass there. I am so proud of you, Leisha. I am so proud of you. And, if anybody's rewatching this, any of the other Mississippi advocates.
Dude, I was so excited. I mean,
Yeah.
I was so excited for y'all.
Leisha, since I'm not on Facebook anymore, you need to check my TikTok message. Yeah, they don't want to take accountability. That's right. That's what happens when you're in active addiction. Your accountability goes out the door. You're like, where the fuck is accountability at? Oh, it's up my nose.
Yeah, I mean, they do keep calling, and I really feel like this whole thing is going to be, in the long run, I think it'll be good for the kratom community. I just have a good feeling about it, which is really weird to say when you talk about anything that has to do with the fucking government.
I know. It's
But
really
I
weird.
do, I just do. Hey,
I'm trying to get caught up on the comments over here.
I'm sorry, Kristen, that you're in fucking Louisiana. I hate that for y'all. I really do.
Kristen! We tried. I mean, we tried. We fucking tried in Louisiana, and you saw it just as much as we did.
Yeah.
That we knew 7OH. It was the explosion of 7OH that was the nail in the coffin for Louisiana. And the Louisiana reps having a direct line of communication with the grieving moms.
Yeah.
And the grieving moms still lump kratom in with 7OH. They
Yeah.
refuse to separate it.
They just want everything
Yeah.
banned. Anyway, yeah, I say let's go ahead and watch the seven. Fuck, I don't know what I'm trying to say. The FDA thing, real quick. It's only a couple minutes, but y'all see what we're talking. If y'all haven't seen it yet, you'll see what we're talking about. How like they are actually being diligent and differentiating and trying to like. It's crazy. I never thought I would see this day.
Me either. You know, and it's like people want to. This did not happen overnight, you guys. This did not. This was a buildup to the FDA and all them finally saying, "All right, fuck it."
And if y'all think it was just the AKA,
you're high as hell. You're high as hell. I'm gonna keep saying that shit.
I know for a fact it was a whole lot more than just that. Just the AKA.
How do you know it wasn't the actual 7OH dealers that are they finally made their billions off of you, and they don't give a flying fuck if they schedule 7OH now and make it into a pharmaceutical. They're like scratching each other's backs. How do you not know that? Maybe.
Yep. Oh shit, this is 33 minutes. I didn't realize that. Well, we can stop it in between.
Yeah. 1.25 is a good speed too.
That's what I did. Oh man. All right. So I'm trying to make sure that okay, we're down at the bottom, but that should be okay.
Yeah, we look all cute down there.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, Kyle, great to see us. Angela. We're talking today about...
Okay, hold on. Pause it. Pause it.
So 7OH, what is it?
Pause it. Pause it. Pause it. Pause it. The kratom companies and the AKA are mad 7OH is taking their business. I cannot stand when you folks comment that shit. This is about safety. This is about science versus no science. Go ahead. Continue being their human guinea pig. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Boy, we got a lot of Jens on today.
Hey, it's a Jen kind of day.
Oh, I know, Leisha. You know what? It was, listen, when I started talking about raising awareness about 7OH, about how there's no science for 7OH, I took a lot of backlash for that. I got a lot of backlash for that. But by me doing that, and Jen and, other people, by us doing that, it allowed people to feel comfortable enough to start talking about their story with 7OH. I am just, you know what? I'm sad that they went through that or are going through it right now.
At least they know they ain't alone, dude.
Yeah.
That's the thing about, when you make content like that, you know that you're not alone. Also, I don't know who's talking about plain leaf giving me withdrawals too.
The same person talking about 7 AKA.
Yeah, I don't know who brought that up. Who's talking about that, dude?
Hey, listen, I don't even dose whole leaf 1 to 4 days every week. Where's my withdrawals at? If you're saying kratom, whole leaf kratom is giving you withdrawals, is 7OH giving you withdrawals too? Answer me that. Because what I'm seeing on my end, on people's comments and private messages, is that they're getting withdrawals in 2 hours. 2 hours.
Complaints about it endangering your access to the plant.
Yeah, please go to ADA complaints. You need to, Kristen, have you pointed people on how to do that? I think I saw an Instagram a video that you did the other day, but I don't know if that was like directing it to that.
Yeah, we just like, dude, our whole thing, and that's what we keep saying is like, bro, all we want in the whole thing is to educate people on the difference, spread awareness that is not the same as kratom and 7OH are not the same.
They're not the same. All those dealers.
Yes, the semi-synthetic 7OH products that are out today is not the same as kratom.
Yeah.
Period.
All the dealers had to do was stop labeling it kratom. Stop tricking people into thinking that it's a more potent form of kratom.
Okay. I mean, but again, like, do you have withdrawals when you stop taking 7-OH is what we asked. Just curious.
Yeah, just curious because, abuse is abuse. And anytime you cold turkey something, you're going to get withdrawals. All I know is that even when I was taking 5 teaspoons 5 times a day and I started tapering back, I still wasn't getting the withdrawals that I keep seeing people talking about. I kept trying to find that kratom high that people was talking about. I never found it.
And another thing is, like, what we do is we share our firsthand experiences. So if someone says that they don't get kratom withdrawals, then I guess they don't. Like, that's all that we do is share our firsthand experiences.
No, it's not like saying THC isn't weed. It's saying K2 and spice isn't weed. That's the difference.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, I just don't understand why people are attacking other people for just sharing our firsthand experiences and trying to educate people.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're all of a sudden the ones to blame for the fucking marketing, that the entire marketing strategy and practices of the 7-OH fucking community that made billions off the way they did by marketing on the backs of fucking kratom. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, dude.
They piggybacked off the word kratom. Yeah, just because you don't have them doesn't mean everyone else doesn't have withdrawals either. Well, okay. I mean, I
agree completely.
Yeah. But do you have withdrawals from 7-OH?
Because some people say they don't, but then other people say that they're so bad they have to go to fucking rehab. So, I mean, everybody's body chemistry is different at the end of the day on every single thing.
I am finishing up my ADA advocate certification so I can show up. Okay. So I can show up for anyone criminalized here in Louisiana. Okay. Good. Okay, Kristen. Okay.
Potential substituting. That's the thing. Okay. I've actually heard that. I've heard the Javanica, whatever, Harisuda, and the Javanica. I actually have some somewhere. But I have heard that helps with withdrawals,
Alicia says, I personally don't give a shit what you take. That's up to you, but they have to be honest about what they are selling. Yeah, and that's
exactly.
The 7-OH dealers were not honest about what they were selling. They were piggybacking off of saying they were selling a kratom alkaloid.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. I mean, that's the thing. That was our whole thing. And it's like, we've been fucking, just arguing for the past fucking 2 years about that.
Yeah.
And now that the fucking FDA is bringing attention to all this shit, now it's our fault.
Now it's our fault. Like, oh, dear God. Those hey, I got called a lapdog today. I got called an AKA lapdog today by somebody in the kratom community that stumbled their way onto the 7-OH side, who is now sitting in a banned state because they never showed up to advocate when they were asked to.
So it's like, okay, do they not realize what the job of the American Kratom Association is? To fucking protect consumers? Like, it's the other way around. They work for consumers.
Yeah, Leisha, it put us in a world of hurt with advocacy. It sure as hell did.
Mm-hmm.
And those 7-OH dealers and users didn't do shit to save their products. Nothing.
Yep.
But now all of a sudden that the FDA, DEA, and HHS caused a fucking earthquake, now we're split. The fault line is huge, Oh,
yeah, the names of that shit, dude. Like,
yeah.
Get the...
I'm telling you, active addicts, chronic pain patients, those were their 2 targeted communities.
Yeah. And I mean, some of them will even admit that.
Dang, Kristen. Oh, Alicia says, yep, was real loud on Facebook with only us advocates, but didn't show their face to who it mattered. Yeah. What are you ashamed of? That's to me, like, I survived 11 years of active addiction, and when I found Kratom, I didn't realize I was going to have to start saving what was saving me. So I finally, I was like, fuck it. 2 months after I found Kratom was when I was like, I'm going to start speaking on this. I didn't care if any of my family members knew. I didn't care if any of my fucking friends knew. Like, they're going to watch me transform my life.
Exactly. That was my whole thing. It's like, I'm talking about it every day. Everybody knows what it is because I'm able to fucking live again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm able to get up and do shit and not just feel like a miserable, fucking slug every day, not being able to do shit because of chronic pain and getting up and drinking all day, every day, popping pills.
That's why I made that video the other day. I was like, you say 7-OH is saving your life, but at what cost?
Right.
Are you living or just existing? Because I can't comprehend the amount of money that people spend per day on 7-OH and say it's saving them from chronic pain. But yet, what bills are you not paying to get your 7-OH?
Yeah. And I mean, that was me back in the pain management days. I was scrimping and saving and buying whatever pills I could find because I would run out.
Yeah. I was begging, borrowing, and stealing, writing hot checks to get more pills. I would spend my child support money to get more pills that, because I used to have a bunch of grandma and grandpas that used to sell me their shit.
Yeah.
So what, are you living or just existing? You say it's saving your chronic pain. So are you allowed to go work now? Or are you still sitting at home like a bumfuck on a couch, just rotting away? But yet you got your 7-OH, so you're all good because you could flick the TV remote.
No. I mean, that was like literally, after suffering for fucking 13 years, my first instinct was to go and fucking help other people. And just tell them, because I knew how many people was in the same situation or worse, that's barely fucking living.
Yeah.
Like, that was just my first instinct, and here I am 6 years later, and I'll never shut the fuck up about it.
I won't either. I know, Leisha. She says, oh, the money I would have had, I spent every dime on pills. I feel like I could have paid off a house. I feel like I would, the amount of money that I just swallowed. Just
for like that tiny brief window of what you thought was living happy.
Kelly says, I'll dose it for someone like where'd it go? Like I'm taking a vitamin. Yeah. I know y'all see my fucking toss and wash videos. Like,
yeah, it's bigger than us. Yeah. I mean, why sit there and, and that's another thing. I saw so many people saying, oh, don't let this get out. Don't let people find out about it. It's like, why? If it's so good and it's really giving your life back, why in the fuck would you hide that?
Yeah. And the other thing, if you read the FDA report on this, the way that I warned you guys that the government watches the social media platforms, specifically Reddit.
And I've seen so many people like, oh, that's crazy. They don't watch that shit.
And I'm like, so when the FDA report came out, and if you read through the pages, they do a breakdown on which social media sites that they monitored. So if anybody's to blame anybody, it's you motherfucking Reddit rats that kept continuously getting on there, trying to hype up each other's products, talking about not Kratom. Nope. Don't even fucking say 7-OH Kratom. Talking about how 7-OH is saving you from this, that, and the third. All this. They fucking was watching y'all.
Y'all stash fucking pictures.
Yes. Those stash pictures remind me of when I used to have my pills in the lockbox.
Mm-hmm.
Man. So, you know what? Y'all ain't got nobody to blame but your damn selves. Either you should have just shut the fuck up and kept it a secret, or advocated your ass off like we do for our whole leaf. That's it. Period, point blank.
I know for a fact a lot of the government, especially in the hearings we've watched, they've mentioned looking at social media.
I mean, I vaguely remember something like that. That's why a while back I made that video talking about, they got web scrubbers and stuff,
Yeah.
My conspiracy theory brain was thinking that, undercover DEA agents were in those Reddit threads, which they probably were.
Yeah.
Trying to pretend like they take 7-OH.
Hey, man. Oh, yeah. All right, I guess let's watch this. Let's see what this Marty's saying here.
Okay.
It is a synthetic opioid.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the concerning thing, right? These are
Why
in
is it all
vape stores
weird?
all over America.
Okay, there you go.
And people don't understand that you can actually go buy an opioid in a vape store without a prescription, and it goes by different names that people are not aware of. So, Kyle, you've been leading a lot of the work on this, and tell us a little bit about the difference between kratom and 7-OH.
Yeah, great question. So 7-OH, 7-hydroxymetrogenine, as it's also known, and a couple other street names out there, it's a synthetic concentrated product. So 7-OH is found in kratom, but in very small levels.
Just a trace amount.
Trace amounts. What we're seeing here.
And kratom is a leaf, is that right?
Even
Kratom is a
corrected
leaf. It's been
trace
used for
amount.
thousands of years. It's a botanical. You often see it used in teas and other products. What these products are that are the basis of our action are these concentrated synthetic products that just have this 7-OH in exceedingly high levels. It's a very potent opioid. 13 times stronger than morphine, I think, is the number I've heard folks talk about. And what's also concerning is they're being sold in formats that are aimed at kids. So you see, strawberry gummies we found.
We have some here. I
Yeah,
think that's,
there we
to
go.
me, that was the most eye-opening piece. I mean, look at these flavors: pineapple flavored chews, and and they look like candy.
That's right. That's
Right.
right. And these are available everywhere, right? From the smallest small town USAs to the largest metropolitan, every corner shop, gas station, head shop. These are now readily available, and it's becoming problematic. These are also, I want to make clear, not lawful dietary supplements, and we talk a lot about dietary supplements, and those are things we want to promote. I mean, dietary supplements can be a core of a healthy American diet. A lot of Americans use dietary supplements to supplement things like calcium, fiber, taking protein powder for strength training. So we want to be very clear that these types of products that we are taking action on and are often disguised as a food or dietary supplement are not lawful dietary supplements. So we don't want the industry, the dietary supplement industry, to sort of fall under that cast, because it is a good industry. We want to promote it. It's an industry that we really respect and has gotten a bad rap. You always hear about supplements not being regulated, but certainly they are.
That's amazing that you actually have an opioid in a gummy. I mean, we're not talking THC. We're talking an opioid that can be up to 13 times more potent than morphine in that Journal of Medical Chemistry study. That was an eye-opener to me. And to think you can just go down the street and buy it, I think it's time to sound the alarm and let parents know, let houses.
And if I could just say, I know that there's a lot of people in the chronic pain community that have said that this is, that are, that it genuinely is helping them with their chronic pain and get out of the bed every day, yada, yada. But there's no telling what's in those pills. Like, there's no telling what they're using for the oxidation to make 7-OH. There's no telling what the leftover chemical compounds are or what they do to your body.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it sucks that it's being taken away, but it's not necessarily safe. Like, like you said, Missy, at what cost?
At
what cost?
The resolvents could literally be eating a hole in your stomach now.
I've heard a lot of people having
in your esophagus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And let me clarify, when they keep saying 13 times more potent than morphine, they are talking about the binding affinity to your opioid receptor.
Yeah. I just had to say that because I know that, and I do. My heart goes out to the people that have been able to find this, help their chronic pain. But I implore you, please try kratom.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, tricky in the beginning to get your dose down right and figure out what kind works for you. But it's safe. The science shows it's safe. And look at how many people are striving because of it.
I'm just going to say this. Stop being fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Holy kratom takes trial and error, but you will find your specific sweet spot with it. The thing, like I said, they marketed this towards active addicts and chronic pain patients. And chronic pain patients come from that side of just taking something out of a prescription bottle.
Yeah.
Just pop a pill. So these were very alluring to chronic pain patients because you just pop them out of a blister
I would have been in the same, because dude, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm lazy as fuck, and if I mean, I'm not, so if it's like, oh, I could either just pop this pill or sit here and try and figure out what works for me and mix it up in water and figure out the best way to take it, yada, yada, yada. I probably would have went for that pill myself.
Yeah, and the
I mean, there ain't no shame in it. I'm just saying, like, it is what it is. But like, you also have to understand why the FDA is stepping in and what we're talking about in the kratom community as why it's not safe.
Christian, I was just thinking this the other day. So she says, I've been writing a Substack on how it's not feasible to claim that the average person could recreate the synthetic at home. Pounds of whole leaf,
Yes.
industrial chemicals, solvents, equipment, and the ROI. I don't know what ROI is. Not going to happen. I believe the majority are fully synthetic. I agree with you because I was just thinking the other day. I was like, if they're saying that 7-OH is made from a metragenine extract, they are having to. Are they causing deforestation over there in Southeast Asia? By picking all these leaves from the trees, right? And then they're having to make a metragenine extract and then pull the 7-OH from the metragenine extract. I 100% agree with you that majority of these have got to be fully synthetic, especially the MGM 15s or 16s or whatever those number motherfucking shits are, or the pseudodoxals.
Yeah.
If I could see the faces and hear the voices of the people who say they're on it and know people on it for pain, I might change my tune. I'm only seeing comments. Ooh. All I can say is, remember pinpoint eyeballs?
Yeah.
From the opioids? Yeah. Just
crazy.
Return on investment. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you, Kristen. I really do.
Well, just like, Dr. McCurdy was saying, he had 25 kilos in his lab at the time, 2016. And he was even saying, like, that wouldn't even been a feasible amount to produce a lot of 7-OH. Like, you know what I mean? Like, semi-synthetically.
Yeah.
So, I mean, think about that's insane. Yeah, what? I never even thought about that. You're probably right. It's probably a lot more chemicals involved than it is.
Than what they're disclosing.
Yeah.
If they disclose any fucking thing at all. But some of the comments that I get, and I don't know the conversions of the shit, but they're saying that it would take 1 kilo of kratom powder to make 1 10 milligram 7-OH tablet. I don't know the conversion. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Because nobody has seen the process of this. Like, I wonder if the people that work at the 7-OH manufacturing plants, I wonder if they have to sign like NDAs or something.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Like, you're not allowed to video. I want to see how it's done. All I keep thinking is like Dexter's Laboratory or something like that.
Yeah. It's just insane. I mean, it's insane to think about. I mean, it's not safe, period.
Of worship know, let school boards know that you need to educate your kids about what's down the street, because these vape stores are popping up on every corner in America. And I don't know any doctor of my group of friends that has been inside them, to check out and see what they're selling and what the cutesy names are that they're, promoting.
Yeah, they've really flown under the radar. There's not a lot of consumer knowledge of these products. I've talked to people, we've talked with DOJ and other folks, and a lot of people are saying, what is 7-OH? What is this thing?
Yeah.
You talk to friends, moms and dads, they have no knowledge of this stuff. It's really flown under the radar. And
so to that point, then why now, right? Like, I think that we have this tendency, we've been too late, and so we're actually trying to get ahead now. But maybe, Commissioner, you talk a little bit about kind of why are we acting now?
Well, look, I've been very vocal that public health in general is too late to respond. So if you look at every single time a very dangerous public health introduction happens, be it with combustible cigarettes, it took the public health community about 50 years to respond and figure it out and organize and raise awareness about it. Then you had the different waves of the opioid epidemic. You had heroin and cocaine and crack, and then you had prescription opioids. And it's almost like we didn't learn our lesson. We were behind the 8 ball time and time again. And then fentanyl hits us again, and we're behind the 8 ball. So I'm hoping we don't get caught flat-footed again. We got blindsided with the other waves of the opioid epidemic. I'm not saying this will be the next wave of the opioid epidemic, but it could be. And we don't understand it. Nobody knows what's going on. So when I've asked my friends, my physician friends, scientific friends, and asked them, what is kratom? Well, first of all, Kratom is different from 7-OH. It's a neon sign on most vape stores in America with a K, Kratom. And they don't know anything about the difference between Kratom and then the concentrated synthetic byproduct 7-OH. So they don't know either. Now, some physicians have some health concerns with Kratom. Some people describe those as minimal health concerns. Some say there's health benefits. We're not talking about Kratom. We're not targeting Kratom. We're not trying to educate the world about Kratom. We're right now focused on this dangerous synthetic concentrated byproduct called 7-OH. That is an opioid, binds to the opioid receptor, defining it as an opioid. And it's in drinks, and it's tablets and chewables and these gummies. So I think this is a time, and that's why you were involved in the report.
Yeah, so I think, as a researcher, I did some market research, so I went into some of these stores and I didn't know anything about it. And I think the reason it's important to talk about the Kratom distinction is because a lot of time these products are marketed as Kratom, right? If you go into these stores,
enhanced
they're
Kratom,
enhanced Kratom, and it's actually I've seen some studies around 500% times more than the natural kind of trace amount, right? And so we don't know what's in these products. The average consumer wouldn't know, right? Like you just see this on the shelf.
People selling them don't know what's in
They
these
don't
products.
either. In fact, I talked to some of these store owners and they're saying, oh, this is the better version, right? And they're promoting the 7-OH, but it's on the same shelf as Kratom, right?
Yep.
So you wouldn't really know the difference. And then you read these flavors and you don't think anything of it. And so the team here at the FDA did a really phenomenal job on publishing a consumer kind of guide, if you will. And so it's this highly...
Everybody should read it.
Yeah, we have an FDA site. It's like fda.gov/7OH, and there are all these resources there. And so one of them is a guide for parents and teachers, and it's for the lay audience, and it's pictures. You can see what these products look like. You can understand kind of what the issues are. And then there's a scientific report for the clinical community to really understand, all the risks and harms associated with it.
So that's one of a bunch of different things the FDA is doing. Kyle, do you want to explain some of the other things we're doing?
Yeah, a lot of work in the food space. So food dyes, it feels like we started that 2 years ago. In reality, it was a little over 3 months ago.
You've been doing a lot.
I should clarify. You're doing a million things outside of the 7-OH. But I meant, what else are we doing on 7-OH?
Oh yeah, great question. Before we get into the other
All
things.
the other things.
Yeah, so we sent a number of warning letters to companies that are illegally marketing these products, making clear that these are not lawful food additives or dietary substances or dietary ingredients. We're also, working. We saw the referral, the 8-factor analysis to DEA to ask them to schedule this.
I want to highlight Kristen's comment because she
I know.
freaking that girl.
Hold
Okay.
on, let me put it up here.
Yeah.
That's so true.
She said they can try to justify banning whole leaf with that logic, but methamphetamine is made from pseudoephedrine. They didn't ban pseudoephedrine. They regulated. This is a precedence to do the same with the whole leaf. You are 1000% correct.
Yep.
I didn't even think of that.
I didn't either till I just read that. I'm like, damn, that's so true.
Man.
And Vilio, she probably, I don't even want to talk about her.
Yeah.
No comment on that lady. But yeah, I mean, also, yeah, pool chemicals were mentioned. We interviewed Dr. McCurdy, and he said that they were seeing pool chemicals being used for the oxidation process to convert the mitragynine into 7-OH.
Pool shock.
Yeah, it's like, that's not safe. That's not safe.
Nail polish remover too. I've seen that. Like how the fuck people talk? Oh God.
It's like,
And people are fucking chewing these pills up.
it smells like just like acetone.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, and I don't know. It's just it's crazy, dude. Crazy. But yeah, I like how they're differentiating over and over and over. And for her to keep saying, that's what we keep saying, like they are marketing it as kratom. People that go to these smoke shops are being sold it, being told it's kratom.
Yeah.
A more pure form or an enhanced version, yada, yada, yada.
Advanced kratom alkaloid.
Yeah. It's not what it is. Shouldn't have been marketed that way for the past 2 years.
That is all they had to do.
Yeah.
And us kratom advocates could be blissfully just living our life trying to keep our whole leaf legal, I mean, shit, I feel like we're going to forever need to do that shit anyway until federal KCPA goes into effect. But that's all they had to do was not market it as kratom. Because if they wouldn't have done that, then maybe they could have gone maybe a little bit years longer until the bodies start building up on this shit, but I don't know. They did not differentiate between kratom and 7-OH.
Because
And
all they
because of
cared
that,
about was money.
money. That's all they care about.
And they know that, through the kratom community, there's chronic pain patients and people in addiction that utilize kratom to
Yeah.
better their life. And they're, here's the perfect thing to make a few $1 billion real quick and then pop on out. Get
Hmm.
out of here. Cannot even convince me that was not the case.
Now, let me tell you this. Okay, so when I was at Champs last week, the last day that we were there, me and Bud were packing up the booth and all that stuff. And this guy, I'm not going to name the name, he's a 708 distributor. And he seems to be doing it the correct way. Where'd you go, Jen? Anyway, he seems to be doing it the correct way. And so this guy from the smoke shop that carries 708 products walked up to me and asked me what I thought, what do I think the future of 708 is going to be? What do I think he should do next? And I said, stop carrying 708. This was before we even found out about this whole FDA stuff,
Yeah.
I just said that based on the freaking thousands of comments and messages I get. I said, stop carrying 708. I said, start carrying the remedy for the 708 addictions, which are the lab tested metragenite extracts. So this guy goes to tell me that he has this moral dilemma that he's dealing with. He's like, because they came after vapes, right? Vapes are part of smoke shops, big businesses. So he was like, we've had to. So he started carrying 708, but he deals with this confliction in his head, like, because he sees what it's doing. He says he sees, people that are just coming in multiple times a day to do it. Now, some of his customers have had to go to rehab to get off of 708, but because there's no medical definition, they can't charge insurance companies for it. He pays out of his own pocket to help. He's helped a couple of his customers go to rehab for this. So I'm sitting there. I was like, so the money that you're making off of 708, you're funneling it back to people who come to you in desperate need to get off. That right there, I don't know what word would that be. That right there is integrity. I don't know what word it would be.
I almost feel like it's his conscience.
Yes.
Like his conscience is like, hey, because deep down inside, we all know when we're doing the right and the wrong thing.
Yeah. Because, I mean, just like we do as kratom advocates, we notice when trends happen. Like right now, fucking Feel Free is blasting off over there on TikTok again. All these people talk, man, those stories are heartbreaking too. But this guy, because I could see the pain in his eyes, but he's also got a family to feed. But the fact that he took the time, effort, energy to pay for a couple of his customers who were addicted to 708 to get them through rehab, that right there, like, wow.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow. So I let him know about how people on my social medias are getting off 708. They're buying a lab tested metragenine extract. And then for the first 2, 3, 5 days is when they take it. They don't take the whole bottles. I told him, I made sure to tell him that you don't take the whole bottle. And so I said that they're transitioning on to whole leaf powder. And then they just taper from there when they're done, So I don't know. It's like he was, what would that be? Like a Robin Hood?
Yeah. Kinda.
Yeah, she said, wait, did you just say they can't charge the insurance? Yeah, because there's no medical definition for 708 use disorder.
Yeah, I think they have to put it as like opiate use disorder.
Use disorder. Because it's not recognized for insurance companies. Just like they're trying to make the kratom use disorder. But even then, I don't think that they could charge the insurance companies for that. So he said that they're having to go in and pay about $4,800 to get rehab covered.
That's insane. Rachel, I know that I've seen a video on YouTube of somebody making or explaining the process, but it's like a dude in his room. I think he used to work for a vendor or something like that, he said, but You know, I've never seen it done like on a mass scale, you know, where it could be like marketed for a minute, you know, because
I don't know, Leisha. There's a lot of questions. Like my conspiracy theory brain thinks that the FDA is doing this because it will give them that opportunity to finally make 708 a pharmaceutical. Honestly. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, Rachel. His nails.
Oh, ew, what?
That's the one. It looked like he was in like the Silence of the Lambs house.
It puts lotion on the skin. Ew.
Yeah. It's totally not clean at all. That's what I'm saying. It's like not on a mass-produced scale.
Ew. All right, what is Christian talking about? Kristen? Frazier versus Cup gives state actors permission to lie, but invoking the ADA removes that. I don't even. I'm lost. What are we even talking about?
I guess lying. Maybe lying. Oh, wait. Maybe she's talking about the. Oh, yeah, to lie. You know how Vilio literally got up on
Oh yeah.
and said I may have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night.
Yeah, the fuck you were. And then after they got that SB 154 passed, Rep Vilio started working for the Sheriff's Association down there. It's like she got a promotion or something.
Yeah.
You might want to look into that, Kristen.
Oh yeah, there's always a financial incentive with politics, dude.
Yeah.
Always.
Rachel says, yeah, they want to be able to make it themselves and prescribe it as a narcotic, which is what should have been done in the first place, honestly. You know, it's like like I just said earlier, like these motherfuckers made billions off of people.
Yeah.
And it's like, why didn't they why aren't they funding grant monies and such to figure out how? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, instead of let's market this as kratom for as long as we can, or let's go and apply for, you know, the right paperwork and stuff from the
Yeah.
government to put this through research and trials and whatnot. Like they decided to take the easy route and the easy money and make a quick buck is what happened. That's
Yeah.
exactly.
Because if I remember Mac talking about drug trials, like it takes like 10 years or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And billions of dollars. Now they've made their billions of dollars. Are
Yeah.
they just like in such a rush that they don't want to do the 10-year drug trial? Like, I'm sorry, but these mofos are out here living a lavish lifestyle. Lavish lifestyle based on selling you a fucking wannabe posing ass kratom alkaloid.
I didn't even see that shit, Kristen. I don't remember it, but I do remember like looking at it. I didn't even think about the whole thing. If there's no such thing as synthetics, why is it listed in the bill?
Huh.
Well, you know, she did say they might be trying to bring this amendment up, but that's pretty much saying bullshit. There's no such thing as synthetics or whatever.
Well, yeah, that hearing that we watched was that other councilwoman or other representative that walked up there and wanted just the synthetics.
That, you know what? Hold up. That's what I was going to say. Thank you, Rachel. That's my thing right here. Like my biggest thing is why I don't see this working out unless they can figure it out. Like, you know,
Right.
chemically, is it has, dude, the amount of time that it lasts. I've heard people like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
The 2-hour mark is what I've always heard too, where they're having to redose.
Yeah. And it's like, how, you know, and I mean, I think there definitely needs to be more options for pain patients, especially with the, you know, whole FDA taking away options. But I don't think this is it. And I think that they knew that. And maybe that's why they wanted to go for the quick buck type of route.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they wanted to take the easy way out, fast money grab.
They funnel people into drug court, and do their faith-based nonprofit recovery centers bullshit. And then those nonprofit recovery centers bullshits can apply for the opioid lawsuit grant money so they can further fund their lavish lifestyle.
Klein Peter Farms, huh?
Oh, but, huh? I don't know.
Nah. Every politician is a bullshit artist anyway, you know? Ridiculous. All right, let's go ahead and a huge hack.
It's huge.
Can
Right?
you unpack what that means? Like when we say scheduling this?
Yeah, so what we're hoping is that DEA will take a look and add it as a controlled substance to the controlled substances list so that it can be properly regulated.
Because it lives in a no man's
That's
land
right.
now.
It lives in a no man's land.
Properly
A lot of these are
regulated.
labeled as dietary supplements or foods. They're not, but they're sold that way. And because it's not scheduled, they can technically be found on store shelves. There's not that enforcement hook from a CSA perspective. So that's what we're looking for. We're trying to bring awareness largely, and then ask DEA to take some action with respect to scheduling.
And you've seen some responses to those warning letters, right?
We have a number of companies have already taken products off the market. We've seen some recalled activities. We've seen a couple websites taken down. So we're encouraged by what we've seen so far. Our enforcement ability is relatively small compared to agencies like DOJ. But we're doing what we can within our authorities, and we're happy with the feedback we've seen. It's not enough, and we'll continue to take action where we can. But so far, it's been a success.
So on 70H, we're trying to get the word out. We are putting out this report that everybody should read. We have been going on media talking about it, trying to educate the public. We have recommended that it be scheduled as a controlled substance by the DEA, and so the DEA was at our announcement a few days ago. You sent out letters to the distributors letting them know that we don't want 70H in these synthetic concentrated forms distributed to vape stores in the United States. And we're doing this podcast on it. So we're doing everything we can, basically.
And you've also written a letter to the medical professionals letting them know as well.
Yeah, so I wrote a Dear Doctor letter using a lot of the information that your team had gathered and trying to let doctors know this is out there. And look, there's a bunch of different names. It's very hard to create a lexicon to educate the public, but we have to have some lexicon. I mean, some of it has the name 7-omega. It's a little sort of cutesy name, or it's just called OH.
Or hydroxy, droxy,
And to your point,
hydroxy.
people confuse it with kratom, concentrated kratom. We know it's not, but it's true. There's a lot of different names for it. There's not certainly a lexicon that we've arrived on, but certainly it's something that's going by a lot of different.
And it's
streets.
not just in the vape shops, right? It's online and it's in gas stations. And I think that's what's
That's
really
right.
scary
That's right.
about it compared to the other waves of the opioid crisis, right? It used to be, there's kind of a fun picture in the education guide where it's like, it used to be kind of the back alley, you go to your dealer,
Yeah, that's
right,
right.
at night. This isn't happening in broad daylight, right? And you could be well-intended thinking you're buying a candy or an energy shot,
Yeah.
and
people
it's
think they're
not.
buying kratom. They think it's kratom in a
Yep.
tea that's in another form, not knowing that in fact this is something totally different from kratom.
So the kratom leaf has been used for how long in humanity?
Yeah, several thousand years to our understanding.
Usually like in a tea. The leaf is
Originated
used
in
as
Southeast
tea.
Asia. That's
Is that
kind of where
right?
it originated.
And I understand there's ground up kratom leaf. Again, that's all kratom. We are focused on concentrated synthetic 7-OH, which is a synthetic byproduct. So again, I've said that a bunch of times because I think that's the
You keep
takeaway
saying it.
message.
It's
here.
an important
I
distinction.
love
It's
it.
a really important distinction.
We could play fucking
And,
bingo with it,
You're
man.
at a party and they pass these things around. You think anybody knows the concentration of the synthetic concentrated 7-OH here? Let's say Kyle is celebrating the Miami Dolphins after one of their
Is that your team?
infrequent
It is.
victories.
It is. Yeah.
I mean,
Very infrequent of late.
They don't- when they win, it's those infrequent times you want to celebrate.
Yeah.
You could be at a party, somebody's passing this stuff around.
Well, that's part of the problem with these unregulated substances is there's no quality
Download
control.
talking
You have
trash.
I mean, one of these tablets, could have 5 times as much 7-OH as the one next to it. The labeling can't be trusted on these types of products, so they do pose a real threat in that regard.
I mean, I just can't get over how, they're appealing, right? If I didn't know anything about kratom or 7-OH and I'm just seeing these on the shelves, right? I've even seen some, I wish I had brought them here today, like they look like ice cream cones.
That's right. We've seen
Oh.
those and the flavoring.
Yeah.
They're geared towards children. Strawberry, cherry, pineapple, certainly flavors and colors that are illustrative to children.
Yeah, and when we say opioid, we can't forget, right? There's high abuse addiction potential here, and we see that happening.
That's funny because it's funny you say that. After our event where we talked about this and announced this initiative and all the things that you've been working on, there were a flurry of emails and communications where people said, my kid died from this. Nobody even knows what it is. Or we had a loved one go down that road of addiction, of lying and cheating and stealing. And, eventually kids from good families become a different person all because of the substance that takes a hold of them. And let's be honest, most abuse crises happen because of the availability of the abuse substance. So it's directly proportional, right? The more it's ubiquitous,
That's right.
the more abuse you're going to have.
Yeah.
Right. So
We
that was
don't
the
know,
beginning of the week.
Rachel.
That's, big, let's see, it's Friday today, so that was the beginning of the week.
Well, before we leave that topic on vape stores, remember 80 to 85% of the vaping products in vape stores
That's right.
are illegal. And so we're trying to get the word out to the vape shop owners. Here's the list of FDA approved straight vaping products. There's the whole universe of vaping products. We don't even know what's in there.
Yeah.
They're designed to be very attractive to kids. So that's another thing people should know about, parents should know about.
Yeah. Also wrote a letter on TNFT
I don't
a
know
month
if
or two
it's
ago.
on the
Similar
list, but I
product
do know they're
available in gas
aware of
stations
it.
and
Yeah.
vape shops. So that's another one that folks should be aware of.
But I don't
So I
think
learned about that for the first time from you, and that's basically what's
sorry. I don't even think it can be pseudo and doxil can't even be made without first producing 7-OH.
7OH. So I don't know if pseudo is on the list or the fucking MGM ones that are full. The MGM ones fully bind to your
Yeah.
opioid receptors. So we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. But it is on their radar. I know that.
called gas station heroin. Although, of course,
Yeah.
the concentrated 7OH is also called gas station heroin. But that's
And TNFT.
that is sort of its own drug.
That's right. A very different but similar type drug that's widely available in the same locations that you'll find 7OH, and one that consumers and parents should really be aware of as well.
So the theme is there are a lot of these very dangerous, harmful products just kind of popping up, and I think your team is being very proactive in trying to get ahead of it.
You know, it's always a cat and mouse game, right? And you see it with other things like certain cannabinoids, where really there's a segment of industry that does sort of tarnish some of the really good work in the dietary supplement space and the food space, where by and large the majority of folks that operate in that space do the right thing, have the right processes in place, follow GMPs, submit structure function notifications to FDA, use proper ingredients. But there are, you know, segments of it that put out products like this and then wrongly label them as dietary supplements. And they do give the industry a bit of a black eye. So we want to bring awareness to those products, but also awareness to the overwhelming majority of industry selling dietary supplements that does things the right way and sells products that are part of a personal care regimen.
Yeah, so there's a group of kratom manufacturers, if you will, farmers, distributors, and retailers that are selling the kratom leaf. And again, that is not our focus. Our focus is the synthetic concentrated form.
Again.
Yep.
So with that, you want to
probably
switch
said
to?
it like 10 times already.
That was a big
Dan.
announcement. Sorry.
I didn't know what
If
you
You're
out the
paying
door,
like
right?
Yeah, I'm like,
drinking
that's
game,
it's been a busy
lit
production
right now.
So we also made a trip over to New York. We had a CEO for him.
She thinks we're talking about New York.
That's
So
right.
Terry McLaurin,
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. I'm
Washington
sorry.
Commanders he's announced he wants to be traded.
So he's making, I think, 15 million, and the open market for someone of his stature is about 30 million.
Jeez.
And we will see if Washington pays him or not, but he's now demanded a trade. So
We picked the wrong profession. We
yeah.
should have been athletes.
I don't know if he
they go back
floated
to
going to the
7OH?
Baltimore Ravens or
well, you would like that. You would love that.
I would, yeah, you know, I love them. First of all, they're all God's children. I love them all. But we got Zay Flowers and Rashid Bateman, and
Now
they
they're
are
going on a bro
incredible
moment.
weapons. And so I worry that we spend too much money
So we're
towards
done?
the total
I don't
allotment
know.
that you can spend if we got him.
Yeah.
Like fast forward a
I love
little
him.
bit.
Look, I hope he stays in Washington. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I hope he finds a nice nest
Or is there a
somewhere.
transcript?
I think Washington needs him.
I think so. They're set for a good year if they can keep him around. They got in the Debo Samuel from the 49ers as well. So
The new stadium
we
is
don't-
now in jeopardy, I heard. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. We'll see what happens there. It seems like a dicey situation.
A little dicey. I think the team should be paying more
Yeah,
towards.
it's always a dicey issue. That'd be a home run. I'd love to see it back in DC.
If no one's been to that part of town, great Metro stop right there.
Yeah, exactly. I did not hear you earlier. So,
What a transition.
yeah.
We talked about that topic
Yeah, we've already
already.
talked
but-
about it. That's been the fun part about this job is seeing how we talk about these issues and then everybody's having a broader dialogue.
Do it,
and that's
Kristen.
what public health is all
Yeah,
about.
creating
I'll
conversation
duet
and
you.
debate, depending on, regardless of where it ends up, is always a good thing.
He
We should
said
be
it a
having these
lot.
Debates, asking these questions.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Yeah, if you make sure you tag me when you do that, Kristen, I'll duet you. It's almost like you could do the repeat.
Like if you you know how people do like the drinking games or whatever. Like every time he
Yeah.
mentioned it, you take a shot.
Oh man. All right, are we gonna watch? Well, see, I don't know if that Goob podcast. Did you? I don't know if they go into bro moments too.
I bet they do. Hold on, let's go.
Hey, MJ. Yep, we're live.
Hey. Also, I've seen Adam pop up. Hey, Adam. I'm sorry that.
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, Adam Chase Peak is here. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm banned on Facebook. I've been banned I got banned on June 27th. My haters love me so much.
Oh yeah. Every time I'm catching up on the comments. Every time he said it. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, do that, Kristen. He had to have said it at least like 10 times. Maybe
All right,
I'm
let me
tripping.
go stop screen share because I got another tab. Let me just see. Because I got it at the 8-minute thingy where he starts, but I'm sure they go into bro talk.
Probably. So we wanted to show y'all Goob because I forgot even how, I think someone sent me his Instagram video that he did. He went undercover at Champs. So when I'm watching the video, the first thing I'm doing when I'm watching the video, see if I see my pink hair, because I'm like, oh shit, did I get in the clip? Because I don't even know who Goob was. So he went undercover, and you guys will see everything that he shows in that video is what me and Bud Smith experienced at Champs. I gotta go pee though.
I was going to say, I also do too. You go. I don't want to like leave with you. Go first.
Okay, I'll be back.
All right. Yeah, this dude's crazy. Like I didn't know he was. I guess he's pretty popular, but he goes in there undercover with his like stuff on for Rogan. MJ, better late than never, dude. Just saying. It's, we decided, there's been so much happening since, the FDA had this announcement that it's just crazy, especially, on TikTok and social media, just so many people just, I don't know, just being disrespectful and not getting why this was a thing that needed to happen, I guess. We're just, tired of, the whole 708 crowd wanting to blame Kratom advocates or just Kratom in general for the predicament they're in now. But I think it's a good thing. I know that it's, I've said this a few times, but it's always a scary thing when the government gets involved because, like, who trusts the government? Nobody in their right mind. But, I mean, something needed to be done. It was getting out of hand. I mean, like Misty's about to say, like when she went to Champs, when 708 first came out, we're talking about 15 milligram tablets, and since then it's just been skyrocket. We are 120 milligram tablets. That's insane. I hope they show, I don't want to like do a spoiler, but this guy does, I don't know if y'all saw the debate between the AKA and Hart during the Champ show or whatever. But I can't remember that dude's name. Oh, Dr. Jeff Smith, I think is his name. The one that was representing Hart. But this dude, the Goop guy, when he goes undercover, he's like at a table at the casino, and all of a sudden, it's the dude that was the Dr. Smith dude that was
Dr. Jeff Smith, not
Jeff
Dr.
Smith.
Kirsten Smith.
Yeah, Dr. Jeff Smith, he sees him and hears him talking about 708, and then I don't want to say a spoiler alert because it's real, and you're like, what the fuck?
Are you gonna play that video too?
I really want to. I would. Have you watched this one?
Yeah, I posted on TikTok.
He don't show that part, does he?
Show which part?
When him talking to Jeff.
Yeah.
He does? Okay.
Yeah. He has it. If you want to go, because I screen recorded his Instagram video. If you want to grab that from my TikTok,
maybe we should watch that one first.
Okay, yeah.
Because that one is like, what the hell, dude? Like, this dude just sat there and had this giant ass debate talking about, and then it's like, oh. Yeah,
you wouldn't recommend what?
Yeah, I thought it was. That one was just, it blew my mind. All right.
So play this one first, then you could play the second one, but that's on his Instagram. You could play his second one where he went undercover at Champs. And then this podcast one that we're watching is him discussing about it.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't watch, but maybe 2 minutes of this one. Okay. So you want me to go hit his Instagram first, or do you? Well, it's on yours.
Well, I just screen recorded him talking about the Dr. Jeff Smith guy. I didn't screen record the undercover video that he did.
Okay.
So maybe you could just, if you like, maybe you could just go to his Instagram page.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Just play from there. I don't know what Instagram looks like on here.
I don't either. This should be interesting. All right, let's see what he's got. Let me go ahead and screen share.
So play the undercover one first, because it's kind of like a series that he's doing. So go down a little bit further and then play the undercover one first, and then you could play the Dr. Jeff Smith one.
Is it this one?
No. Go down further.
Oh, that's the one I was
That's
talking
the second
about.
one we could watch.
Yeah.
Keep going. It's down a little further. Yeah.
All right. Still down?
I think so. Yeah, keep going down.
Dang, dude, this dude must post a lot.
Maybe, I wonder, let me go to his
Hold
page.
on.
Did he pin it?
Oh, I bet. Well, why do you poke the bear? What's this one? This important. Is this not it?
No.
Investigative journalism. And most of the things that I post online.
That's not it. Because I remember seeing like he had a hat on and he was like walking around talking to people and stuff. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was.
I wonder if it got reported.
That wouldn't be the first time.
Let me see.
No update. And he even said in there, he's like, I think somebody almost recognized me. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't see it on here. Lawsuit update. It was like, I feel like it was right around this one because I was like, oh, lawsuit update. I mean, I could see because we all know how they do. They will start reporting you and you have to, Well, damn. At least we still have the recording, though. He still has that one with the recording of Dr. Jeff Smith. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Let me go back. Didn't I send it to you?
I believe he did. Hold on, let me look. I'm trying to think of how long ago that was, though. I mean, you sent me one last night, though, when we were going to watch today, but...
Okay, I found it. I think that was the one you had. The one where it says, this video is extremely important. So it is by... It's by where it says, should I have tagged RFK Jr.? So go down. Right there with the black screen.
Okay.
So you guys know me for doing a lot of quasi-investigative journalism. And most of the things that I post online, I'm never in the field until now.
How are you? Good, how are you?
I feel like I've seen your face before.
Really? Where? Definitely not.
And going to the Champs Convention, which if you don't know what that is, it's a giant trade show where businesses sell to other businesses vapes, CBD, marijuana, kratom, and this year, 7-hydroxy.
I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
If you're asking yourself, what the fuck is that?
I think it's a new drug trend is sweeping our streets, and most people have never even heard of it. It's called 7-hydroxy, but some are calling it gas station heroin.
And you can buy it right over the counter at gas stations and smoke shops, making this threat more accessible, more dangerous, and more urgent than ever. We started digging on this 7-hydroxy and we're alarmed at what we uncovered. We talked to several people who have been addicted, and they say they were hooked after just one pill.
It is more addictive than morphine. It is something that you can buy without a prescription, you can buy without ID, and they can sell it anywhere.
So to expose this industry, I obtained credentials as if I was a buyer from Utah. I went to all of the vendors and talked to them. And the things that they told me were absolutely terrifying. These are drug dealers wearing a polo shirt at a convention.
What is it? Tell me about it. Imagine we know nothing. Yeah, so 7-hydroxymatazine. So it is a kratom leaf extract. Got it. So it hits the opiate receptors. So it's very similar to someone if they were to be taking like a perk or something like that.
Taking what?
Like a perk or something like that.
Oh wow.
They're not supposed to be saying that word too loud, but it describes the most similar.
We can't say perks.
They don't like that.
Yeah.
So it's very similar to that, and the biggest thing is it has no overdose as well. So you can take as much as you want, you'll just throw up. They're not supposed to be saying that word too loud, but it describes the most similar.
We can't say perks.
The next booth we hit up was Hydroxy, and Hydroxy is very interesting because they recently received a letter from the FDA, which I'll put up on the screen. We stopped by to see if they were still up to the same things and if they had heeded any of the FDA warnings. Here's the footage we got from it. You be the judge.
Why did people pick this over just kratom? Because I mean, we sell a lot of kratom, but like, why did people pick this over kratom?
The convenience, I think, the ease of use, and
but like over a gummy or something.
What I choose us, I think, particularly is our reputation. Yeah. We're well known in the industry. We're a quality product.
Yeah, so that's because that's what the demand is asking for. So you're going to see that there's a big variety of customers, like old people that are using it for pain relief, and then like people that like opioid heads and stuff like that. So those are the people that are taking the really high content. People that are taking it for pain are taking the lower one.
If I were you, I would buy like the Georgia compliant, the stuff that's under 2 or 3 mil or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I do know of a lot of people that, keep getting back to retail stores and sell it out. Like, I know that happens a lot. It's very tricky.
Can I put a purchase order, or are you going to be like, hey, we're not shipping to you?
I'll ship it. My attorney has no concerns with me shipping it.
Yeah.
We recently can't carry 708 in Utah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Like how recently? I need to find out. Like, I mean, dude, it's so.
Other people carry it.
I know. Well, there's a lot of people like so. Yeah, there's a lot of people that carry it. You're probably good until the cops come in the first time. They're like, hey, bud, like, get the shit out of here.
Yeah.
We're going to let you guys get a freebie. And then if they come back, that's when you better have the shit out of there. If they're tripping.
But we can make a purchase order?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I get a price sheet? We're in Utah. Are we okay in Utah? We don't do any 708 right now, but our customers have been asking about it. I've actually never tried it. I'm not very familiar with it.
Those free samples.
You're saying we can just sell it anyway?
A lot of people do
Oh, yeah.
Like you can take it, you can sell it.
Yeah.
But you need to be careful with what you're selling for.
Yeah.
Make sure that they're not going to sell it.
We don't carry any 708s right now. Okay. We're in Utah. We sell kratom right now.
Yeah, this is different from kratom.
What's the difference?
To my knowledge, the best of my knowledge is that it's stronger. It's a little bit more pure, I guess, in the sense of
More pure.
What you got? They told me that it's 40 times stronger than kratom.
It's 40 times stronger than kratom. Jesus Christ. Have you tried it? You haven't?
Hell no.
I haven't even tried kratom, so I'm nervous.
I've never tried this. I've tried
I
kratom.
heard it's addictive.
It's addictive.
Hey, Steven.
All right. Can I get product information from you guys? Do you have a catalog, a sheet, contact info?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I feel like I've seen your face before.
Really? Where?
At least you recognize this guy.
Definitely not.
This was about where we wrapped it up for that day and decided we would go back the next day and go to the other level of the expo because things got a little too hot in there. This was the second time I was recognized and we just decided to wrap it up and pack out.
All right, so we just left Champs. We talked to probably 10 7-OH, 7-hydroxy companies that sold the product. And without even trying, without even asking, without even being weird about it, almost every single one of them compared it to an opiate, compared it to a Percocet, talked about people getting high, talked about addicts.
Mm-hmm.
They know there was one booth, there were 2 girls in it, and I said, hey, have you used this? And they both said, hell no. It's really fucked up. It's really fucked up. They know and they do it anyway. They know
And they
do
do.
it
They
anyway.
knew.
All right,
They
so
knew
you
it.
guys know me for doing a lot of quasi invest.
Okay, so like everything he just showed is what we experience at Champ Show. You know, we walk around to the different booths, we just chit chat. You know, they compare it. They compare it to a Percocet, you know, or Oxy or a Roxy, you know, something like that. You know, I remember one guy telling me this will blast you off to the moon. So make sure when you try it, you're sitting at home on a couch, you know. They describe it the same freaking way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like the free, free, free. And
Yeah,
did you hear, like, because the whole KCPA in Utah, she's talking about black market, just be
yeah,
careful who you sell it to and
yep.
shit.
And Georgia as well. Because Georgia's got a strict guideline on synthetics and the cap limit for the 7-OH. So you just got to be careful who you sell it to. I wouldn't put it on the floor. Something like that.
Yeah.
Like do a backroom deal.
This is
Type of shit.
Steven Smith. He's my like brother, dude. I've known him for like 20 fucking years.
Oh,
Yeah. What you doing or something?
yeah.
Anyway, I was like, what's up, dude?
And then the free samples, and this is how I can tell y'all I'm 100% confident I'm a recovered addict, because every year I get tons of free samples thrown at me. Not once
bet.
do I think, let me go try this. Let me go in the bathroom and pop one of these, pills just to see if, what they're saying is true, because I was addicted to oxycodones, y'all. Oxycodone was my love of life. It was my husband, But not one part of me was like, let me go take this to my hotel room. Let me go see if it gives me the warm fuzzies. Because that's how they describe it, you guys. It's weird.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
no, it's not weird. It's they know. They know and they knew what they are doing.
Yeah. It's just wrong. And hold on, let's listen to the Jerry Smith or fuck.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
are you calling his ass Jerry Smith, dude? Oh, I think it's because Rick and Morty, Jerry Smith. All right.
So
I
for you
hate
guys that don't know, Jerry Smith, Dr. Jerry Smith,
Jeff Smith.
God damn it, you have me doing it. Dr. Jeff Smith works for Heart, the 7OH.org organization that's trying
He's
to
the
keep
dude that
7OH
had the
legal.
debate with Mac.
Yeah, he's the dude that, man, watching that in person was just a weird vibe. It was so weird, But yeah, so this is how he uncovers Jeff Smith.
I wish I could like make this bigger, but it's on full screen, so there's nothing else I can do. Yeah, can you hear it pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is dude, he looks so different than the way he like sounds.
No. The dude in the screenshot. So what Goob did was took a screenshot of Jeff Smith's looks like X account.
Yeah.
So it looks like Jeff Smith saying something ironic, because I guess the other dude is like
another
person. It's like a lawyer or something. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
But he reposted something.
Or okay.
I recently did an in-person investigative journalism bit on 7OH, aka gas station heroin. But what I didn't tell you is that while I was still in Vegas after the convention, I had one of the biggest opportunities to sit down next to one of the biggest lobbyists pushing 7OH, Dr. Jeff Smith. You see, I was playing poker at the Wynn, and I heard a man walk in saying the words FDA and 7OH. It got my attention. I knew I was there for my own mission, so I got up from my table and went over to just strike up conversation with him to see what happened. We chatted briefly about 7OH, and then I moved to his table. This is the conversation that followed.
I heard you walking by and you said, I heard 7OH federal ban, and I was like, I know what that is. I know these buzzwords. Let me go talk to this guy. What's up?
So why do we care so much about Dr. Jeff Smith? He's a lobbyist for 7OH, and he's the National Policy Director for Heart, which is a foundation that is trying to make sure 7OH never goes away.
She took part in the study, and National Policy Director for the Holistic Alternative Recovery Trust, also known as HEART, Dr. Jeff Smith, lists 3 things that make him comfortable with the use of 7OH. He says safety studies show 7OH has no lasting negative impacts, even at high doses.
So now that you guys have the picture and know a little bit about who Dr. Jeff Smith is, I asked him about some of his own 7OH habit. Let's see what he had to say.
How much do you guys use? Or what,
like 8 milligram servings.
So you take like the 40s and shave them down?
No, we just have the 8s.
Oh, I don't know. I've seen all the really high
dosage ones.
Yeah, it kind of scares me, to be honest.
Yeah, I would not go over 40.
No,
and I don't know that I wouldn't probably do 40.
That's crazy. Dr. Jeff wouldn't recommend going over 40, but all of the constituents that he's defending sell 60, 80,
even 100 milligram
Uh-huh.
pills. Is it possible or even plausible that Dr. Jeff Smith is just a shill that's paid lots of money to say it's safe just so it can pass?
About 1 million customers around the country, and about a little more than 500 million servings have been consumed. Kratom sales are down, and so we would assume it's coming from there. They've been getting legislation introduced in like 27 different states that would ban us, so we're just trying to fight back and stay alive. Just give people the option.
Oh, Big Kratom's upset because Kratom sales are down, when they could just start selling the same thing, but maybe they have ethical and moral responsibilities and you're morally bankrupt. Because you had absolutely no problem at all offering me 7OH at that poker table, nor did you have any problem at all telling me that you wouldn't touch anything over 40 milligrams. It's funny how you don't really say that publicly, and all the brands that you support that support you, and I'm assuming all the ones that fund you, are selling 40, 60, 80, 100 milligram tablets.
Insane.
And here, guys, one more fun fact about Dr. Jeff Smith that you may not know that's just ironic and kind of poetic and beautiful in this. And before we get into this, I recorded that conversation in person in Nevada, which is a one-party consent state. I am totally allowed to sit next to you and record a conversation if I consent to it, or if you consent to it. We both don't have to. But what do you know? In 2009, Dr. Jeff Smith did 1 year and 1 day in federal prison. He pleaded guilty to 2 felony counts of conspiracy to obstruct justice related to an election. He was investigated by the Federal Election Commission, and a friend of his wore a wire and got him to admit on the wire what he had done wrong. And that's what put him away. And I know Jeff at some point will see this video, remember me as the guy next to him, and yeah, buddy, I don't know. Maybe don't work with scumbags and push chemicals onto the world that they don't need to be taking. A lot of you know
Everybody wants to talk shit about Mac's criminal history. Mac has been open and transparent about his criminal history. Little did they know, Dr. Jeff Smith. And then and you know, like he said, the companies that are on like the Heart Association's website, you know, the highest I've seen is 120 milligram tab. Yeah, Justin, what's up? Yeah.
Loose lips.
It looks like Jeff Smith likes to jibber jabber his jaws, you know? Maybe
you can tell he's that kind of dude, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't know. I hate to.
It's like you get a little liquor courage in him, you know, liquid courage in him, and it just, his mouth opens up like the floodgates, like, you know? It's like, so the first I don't know if you saw the first video, Justin, but we showed Goob showed his undercover investigation at the Champ show, you know, and I know you know, Justin, you went last year, and the way that they sell it to you, the way that they, you know, tell you how 7OH is going to make you feel and all that stuff, you know, it's what Goob got on camera. But like I said, when I first saw the video, I'm looking around to see if I'm walking by, like, is my pink hair in there? Can you see me? You know, because I walked miles. Every year I go, I walk freaking miles. Okay, I'll have to send it to you. I'll send it to you on X. I don't know what, you know, when I kept hearing at the town hall, because that debate that happened at the town hall meeting last Friday was between Dr. Jeff Smith, Hart, and Mac Haddo, aka. And if I remember correctly, Jeff Smith kept saying he's a social scientist. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Well, dude, you know how PhDs go. It's like they just go to school. Like you pretty much just pay for one. I mean,
pay for extra schooling?
Well, you know, pay to get the doctor in front of your name. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be have a PhD in almost anything. You know?
Because I tell you what, I be looking at these motherfucking doctors and pharmacists, and I'm like, how the fuck do they?
Oh yeah.
How do they even obtain that degree? Because I don't have a degree, but I can see the bullshit.
Yeah. Especially like at these hearings and
stuff. Yeah.
Like, it's mind blowing how these people, God, they're just so uneducated, yet they're there are people that have people's lives in their hands every day, like the pharmacists. I ain't even gonna say who I'm talking about, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. Okay, so he has okay.
Yeah, you can have a PhD and still be ignorant as fuck. Absolutely. There's so many people like that too.
Okay, so Dr. Jeff Smith is a former Missouri state senator. He passed legislation on education and environmental reform. He previously taught public policy at the New School in New York and holds a PhD in political science.
Yeah, I've seen people get honorary PhDs, Kristen. I'm glad you brought that up.
It's just, it's like, I don't know. I just, and then, like I said, the 708ers want to constantly throw the one and only Beagle study at me.
Or some old ass shit from like 2014 that, like you said, doesn't even talk about the semi-synthetic 708. It talks about what's in the natural.
They studied the natural.
Or I'm sorry, not natural, but during the drying process.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to clarify.
Yeah, Justin. He's basically a doctor of being a politician. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can get like a political science fucking PhD, I'm sure, I mean, you can get a PhD in anything.
And it's just, like I said, right now, there's a petition for Matt Caddo. They want Matt Caddo to resign. And it's like,
because
y'all
Mac was doing his job by protecting consumers? What the fuck?
Because Mac makes sure that kratom is being studied correctly. Like, oh my God, the horror.
I mean, get out of here. How much sense does that make?
Oh, Justin, I got called a lapdog for the AKA today. Someone made a Reddit post.
Well, and Justin, also, you've seen it. You've seen the freak out crash outs that the 708 community goes through. That's been like all since Monday, since this was announced. Like, there's been people just off the chain, disrespectful and name calling, like it doesn't make them look unhinged as fuck, and not using that energy to do better. Instead, they're just blaming kratom advocates for spreading education and awareness, and the AK for doing their job and protecting consumers.
Yeah. And the sad thing is that it is people within the kratom community that's also doing this. Like, how fucking dare you? How dare you? There's I know you weren't here at the beginning, Justin, but I talked about how there's, this earthquake was dropped upon us on Tuesday when the FDA, HHS, and DEA did this shit. Now there's a huge fractured fault line within the community, and I've reached my fuck it stage. I am just straight up blocking people. I don't give a flying fuck if you're a kratom consumer and you've been following me for a long time. You're over there feeding into the 708 fucking opioid crash out burns that are happening. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, especially like it's one thing to, dude, no, we're not all none of us are supposed to agree on every single fucking thing in our lives. But when you start treating people with disrespect and shit, that's where I draw the fucking line, dude.
And it's happened. It's, I'm not playing victim here, but it's happened all week with me.
Yeah. Well, and I'm the one bringing it up because I can't stand seeing that shit. Like, it bothers the shit out of me.
I mean,
like,
the comments that are coming in, I'm just like one comment shy of a death threat, honestly. One comment shy. I know that other people have received death threats. They have, the AKA included, but the fat shaming, the talking about I'm still a junkie, that even though I consume kratom, but I'm still a fucking junkie. I'm like, you're over here trying to fucking, advocate for 708, but you're calling me a junkie? Someone made a meme last night. I got called a lapdog for the AKA, okay.
Thank you, Justin.
If I'm going to be a lapdog, call me a Shar-Pei.
I like this one's what Kristen said. I'd rather be a love lapdog than a lying piece of shit.
Yes.
And then Amanda says, heavy on the fuck on.
Yeah. Fuck them. Fuck them. You know,
Yeah, they go nuts over this shit. But it's like, I mean, y'all should be y'all need to be blaming y'all need to be blaming the billionaires.
Yeah.
That y'all are shelling money out to all the fucking time. They're the people that should have already represented y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all
exactly.
should blame each other. Y'all
Yeah.
should be coming together as a fucking community and advocating for it.
Yeah.
Or you should have.
You know what? Honestly, save those comments for the public comment period that the FDA is going to have out. Save the comments for that. Let the FDA see who you truly are.
Yeah.
Let the FDA see what 7OH has turned you into.
It's insane to me.
Because I will still stand 10 toes motherfucking down on whole leaf kratom. Because I got science to back my ass up.
Yeah. And it ain't fucking old ass crusty science.
Well, yeah. Just says real kratom people appreciate you guys and your advocacy. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
That's just insane to me. Like I don't know. And then like for this to say like we're all just paid people from fucking big pharma. Like it's some kind of big fucking conspiracy.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Or that we're paid AKA advocates. We ain't fucking paid off of nothing.
No.
I'm not even monetized on my social media platforms. I don't make money doing what I do. I'm passionate. You can't fake passion.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like the second that I found kratom, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. It's helped me. There's other people that need help out in the world. God, life is hard sometimes, man.
Says, I want to find their old comments that say whole leaf kratom saved them from addiction or pain, and now they're doing this. Yeah. That right there. Well, I'm not on Facebook, so I can't go look. But oh well.
Oh shit, I'm way behind on the.
Lynn says there's one particular lady that works for a vendor that sells 7OH. I know who the fuck you're talking about.
I do too.
I know who you're talking. I ain't name dropping it. But you know what? You're over there making profits off of a vendor that's selling 7OH, and you got the nerve to have a loudmouth and talk shit about Mac and the AKA? Like, bitch, what were you doing before? You were profiting off of 7OH. You were shilling for that same vendor who was selling whole leaf at the time.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's insane what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's like a mad. It's mad out there, man. It's mad.
I know who you're talking about, Lynn. What's up, girl?
Yeah. I'm glad we decided to do that. I'm glad everybody's seeing you on the Facebook because
Oh, yeah, because you're streaming over there.
Yeah.
What's up, my old peeps, my old Facebook
Yeah,
peeps?
they get to say hi to you. It's all right. You'll be back one day.
Yeah, one day. We'll see. My haters love to report me. And I still can't really, pinpoint how they got that. I know that I was mass reported. Like, that's the only way Facebook can, ban you right off the bat like that. But, I poked some bears is what I did.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to. You know what? Sometimes you got to. I think this one, Sasha Baron Gunna's transformation. This is like 10 minutes, this other one, where he talks about it all.
Okay.
And then it's like, I'll put it on 1.25 and then we'll see. And then they talk, okay, so 811.
So this is him. This is Goob. I guess I didn't know he had a podcast either, but this is him talking about his experience from the champs.
So I guess he's like an Iron Man dude or something.
I think he's in the fitness world. Like exposes like fitness influencers and shit like that.
Okay. He looks familiar. Like I've seen him on social, but I don't really, I don't know what.
I didn't even know he was that chat. I didn't even know who he is. I just got sent, someone sent me the thing and was like, oh my God, man.
Yeah, this is
good. Yeah. Goop did some good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the 70H thing. I didn't even know what that was till I saw your video.
That's great, actually. It's kind of terrifying, but also like it's great that you know what it is now because I did a video. So I went undercover. I flew to Vegas.
You went under. So let me ask me a question. Okay, so you prepared yourself to go undercover in Vegas.
Yeah.
And you never expected. You didn't expect anybody to recognize you right away as you just walked in there.
Champs is a convention that is like they do CBD, THC, vapes, kratom, now 70H. And that's like not really my world. So like I really wasn't that worried about it. So I just like put a bucket hat on and like whatever, man. Like I've been growing my beard out. And like I was like, all right, I'll grow my beard out and bucket hat, and that'll be enough. And it wasn't. It wasn't. I was like waiting in line to get my badge and my credentials, and somebody's like, hey man. And I'm paranoid, right? Because like this is a big industry, and we've been kind of starting some shit with them. And I'm thinking like, they're gonna come and get me. And I think at one point like I'm getting followed around by a security guard while I'm waiting to get cleared on my credentials and whatever. But this guy comes up to me and he's like, hey man, can I talk to you? And I was like, oh no, the jig's up. And he's just like, can we get a picture?
Can we get a picture?
I was like, yeah, okay. maybe this will go okay.
So you came there on a mission. You wanted to investigate.
I wanted to go
70H company
and have conversations with the brands that are selling 70H and see what the associates that are selling it have to say about it. And I thought it was going to be like a mission to Mars, right? And I thought that it was very possible that I could go and nothing would happen. What people refer to 70H as is like gas station heroin. It's like a big thing. It's very addictive. It's more addictive than morphine. It's more addictive than heroin.
You can buy it at a gas station.
You could buy it right now at, I guarantee you, no less than 100 stores within a few miles of where we're standing right now.
In what forms can you buy these things?
They're
so that we know that our audience.
They're tablets. They call them 7-0. If they call them Roxy, Hydroxys, 7-0, 7 ohms. There's like a ton of
it's
brands.
not like vapes or anything like that.
No, it'll never be a vape. They're starting to put it in drinks because people are aware of the pressed pills. But if you see the pressed pills, those are almost 100% of the time 7-OH and should be avoided. But I thought we would get there and it'd be very hard to get these guys to say anything. Like these are great trained salesmen that know like all the buzzwords.
Sure.
And we have like a hidden camera, so it's not like immediately obvious that like the guy behind me is filming and that I have a fucking mic in my bucket hat. Like
we're gonna show a quick clip here for people to see it. Obviously.
What is it? Tell me about it. So, imagine me know nothing. Yeah. So it's 7-hydroxymalloxanine. So it is a kratom leaf extract. So it hits the opiate receptors. So it's very similar to someone if they were to be taking like a perk or something like that. Taking what? Like a perk or something like that. Oh wow. We're not supposed to be saying that word too loud, but it describes the most similar. We can't say perks. I don't like that. Yeah. So it's very similar to that, and the biggest thing is it has no overdose as well. So you can take as much as you want, you'll just throw up. We're not supposed to be saying that word too loud, but it describes the most similar. We can't say perks. At least I'm freedom right now. Yeah, this is different. What's the difference?
To my knowledge, the best of my knowledge, that it's stronger, it's a little bit more pure, I guess, if that's the word I should use. What do you guys feel?
It's 40 times stronger than kratom.
When I started Walton Goggins goggle glasses, I needed a website. Figuring out how to make one was pretty hard on the old
Gotta have the
goggles.
ads.
But with GoDaddy Aero,
But you went on the cover.
Sorry.
You went to several booths, I noticed, and you also had a conversation with several people that really had eye-opening conversations with you and really divulged stuff that I never thought anybody would divulge on camera.
So we walk in, and we don't even have cameras rolling yet. I was like, hey boys, we're gonna walk in, and we're just gonna get the lay of the land and just see what's going on, and go from there. We'll go talk to the booth, feel it out, see what they're like. The first associate, the first conversation, one of the first 10 words she said to me was, it's like an opiate. People compare it to Percocet. And I look back at the cameraman like, we didn't get this. And like, he got it on his, he had his meta glasses rolling and you can hear her say it. But I was like, holy smokes. Like that was way too easy. Their whole theme is like a jet. And they have this like, it's like the belly of a jet. That is their booth that you go inside and they're like, come into the jet with us. Like, come check it out. And we tell them like the key words that all of them got really excited for was, we've never had that product in our store and we're in Utah. And Utah's like a market that is, most people won't buy in Utah because it's illegal in Utah. And if we say we've never sold it to our customers, they just know. There's a ton of people that aren't addicted to it yet and it'll be a great, so here's some flyers. Oh my God, here's my business card. Oh, here's a bag. Here's a whatever. Oh, here's a hat. Please take this. Oh, by the way, by the end of the day, just let us know. We'll do a better discount for you. Let us know how much you want to order, all this crazy stuff.
So it's legal to sell it at gas stations?
It's legal.
To this day, it's legal. So right now,
it is a legal product. That's why I did the video because we're trying to get attention to the FDA. Like the FDA recently sent out a letter regarding 7-OH to these companies and gave them some amount of a warning of like, hey, these are things that you can do and these are things that you can't do. But we want like actual ban.
Now, what's the connection to kratom exactly?
So it's if you look at any product that has kratom in it, or any kratom product, it'll have
the compound.
It'll have a discernment that there's less than 1% of 7-O-hydroxy in it.
It's compound. Yeah, 7-O. Yeah.
It's, a little bit, yeah. It's like there's a tiny bit that exists in the kratom plant. These products are 100% synthetic 7-OH that is pressed into a pill.
Right. They're not plant based.
Yeah. So it's these products are 40 times stronger than your kratom. It would be very hard to produce those results taking kratom. You would have to try very, 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 very hard. It would be very, very, very expensive to get to that level. Or you could just buy the one pressed pill. They're selling them in 60, 80, 100 milligram tablets, which is just.
And what are they advertising them as? Take this to do what?
Well, that's the thing. We walked up to these booths and they're telling us, one girl, she said, oh, these ones are for the old people with pain, the 10 milligrams, and these 90 milligram or 60 milligrams are for the junkies. She
Wow.
says it.
Junkies?
She says opiate heads, I think is the word that she uses in the video.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you tried a 7-OH?
Absolutely not. You can get immediately addicted to it. It's a horrible idea.
That's
you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it.
crazy.
One vendor,
Wow.
he has all these buckets out with jars, like cookie jars, but inside are the chewable tablets, all different flavors.
All
and
different
samples.
flavors.
You guys want samples?
All
and I
different
said something
colors.
like, "Oh no, I'm kind of a germaphobe. People have touched it. I'm trying to keep my cover. Oh, I'm kind of a germaphobe. Yeah, like if somebody's touched one, then it really will bother me." And he goes, "No problem, and grabs boxes of this stuff. The boxes still like $150 is like the retail price of some of these things. And he just hands me 3 boxes and goes, "Let me know what you think. Here's my card. Come back later." I was like, "Wow."
I know this guy, right? He was addicted to opioids, actually. And then he started taking kratom, and he kicked the habit of opioids. So kratom kind of allowed him to, switch to kratom or whatever, right? Are they advertising the 7-OH as that type of thing, like kick the opioids to get onto 7-OH?
To some degree they are, but things that they don't tell you are the withdrawal symptoms are way worse, and it is still a habit that you were addicted to. Like it's trading one bad thing for another. These people should go to rehab.
This should be a controlled substance. Like they should not be sold in.
Should be a controlled substance. There are people that are using Suboxone to get off of 7-OH.
Jeez.
Yeah, people are going to rehab for 7-OH.
That's so crazy. And I see that happening.
How is this being sold? How is this allowed? How is this?
Your guess is as good as mine. That's why we're trying to do something about it. That was the whole point of this video. Is this is a disgusting area of the market that nobody knows about, that most people have never heard of. And I posted a video yesterday, and 500,000 people know about it now.
We got to really.
I was told that some 7-OH products can be found in vapes.
I've never seen a 7-OH vape, but I'm not saying it
Crack
doesn't. Yeah, there might be a crack pipe or two out there. That's probably the brand name, actually. Dude, some of the brands, Perks, they call it Dozo Perks. One is called Hydroxy. One is called Roxy's, Oxy-C's. Like, they use actual drug names.
Yep.
If they called it crack pipe and it was a 7-OH vape, I wouldn't be surprised.
So you made another video, right? That you're going to put out as well?
We have another video that I can't talk about.
But give us a little hint, like what's going to be now?
A little more undercover, some secret in-person recorded conversations from large constituents of the 7-OH industry, and some crazy stuff that they would not want anybody to ever know that they said.
So why is FDA not banning it?
That's
They're
still
looking
such
at
a good
it. They
video.
just they acted maybe 10 or 15 letters to a bunch of different companies, and they sent them some warnings. And it's a very FDA type of the advertising that you're doing sort of violates these types of things, but it's sort of like a first shot of.
Dude, bro.
Of getting it banned.
So you think your videos would help banning it?
That's the intent. Yeah, I want to put as much pressure as humanly possible. You don't know how many people reach out to me and they're like, "Hey, my cousin is this lawmaker, or my dad is on this board for this thing in this state," and just like I'm sending him this video. I think he needs to pay attention to it. I think she needs to pay attention to it.
I don't get
you guys have
comments
seen
like
all my
that,
coverage lately about 7-OH and how bad and dangerous it is and needs to be addressed by the government. We tagged the absolute RFK Jr. and you guys thought it was stupid and that he couldn't do anything to solve this. That boy got on TV today to solve it. They announced in a press conference that the FDA is taking steps to restrict the 7-OH opioid products threatening American consumers.
And what about kratom? Do you think kratom is perfectly good, like to use?
I think kratom's fine in moderation. I think kratom's more like alcohol to me, where it's like, yeah, if you use a ton of it, it's like not that great. But if you use it in moderation,
Sure.
like I'm not
like anything. I mean, the supplements too, like normal off the counter.
7-OH you cannot use in moderation. You are addicted. It's not possible to use. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just a casual heroin user. Like no, there's not one exists.
Yeah.
But there are tons of casual people that drink on the weekends or whatever, or take kratom to relax at night.
I had no idea about this, so I'm going to be on the lookout for it just to see if I see it in store.
He's on a mission to buy some, guys. If we see him next time and he's a little skinnier and he's got a deep dark look in his eyes, we know he found some. Wait, zoom in on his face right now, guys. Remember that.
Speaking of cables only, what do you think about Sacha Baron Cohen's physique?
I think so. Sacha, I mean, before we start,
I think they're going into bros.
We've all seen his work. We've seen his films and all that other stuff. But like,
Genius.
I think he.
Yeah, it's bro mode. Bro mode.
Yeah, so the video that he's talking about, he did wind up posting that one where he went undercover and talked to Jeff Smith. Unless he's got another one, I don't know. But who knows what's up his sleeve? Which But they will swear up and down that they don't do this type of shit. They deliberately take advantage of people and aspire to get them addicted.
Yes.
They have completely taken. Yes. Yes. And people do not believe us when we say that. You know, the two
And
most,
it's those vulnerable people that say it too.
yeah. They're already in the grips of it.
You know, sometimes people just need to be stood up for. And I feel like, dude, I'm telling you, this is like totally, well, not really off the subject, but every time I've ever tried to stand up for somebody, the underdog, it's always been like, never ended up well.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's like, dude, I'm trying to help somebody out. You know what I mean?
And the two most vulnerable populations that they went after, that their targets are the chronic pain patients and the active addicts. You know, and yes, there, like I said, there's people that comment on my TikToks saying that 708 saved them from illicit fentanyl, or what they say, fent. They failed to distinguish illicit fentanyl versus fent. But that, you know, there's people that are telling me that. But I myself, as a recovered addict, and based off of what they tell you at the Champ Show, or based off of people that had that recovered or recovering from their 708 addiction.
Hold up. I gotta show this one video you did the other day. I've watched it so many times because it's so freaking true. It's like, because it's literally about this exact thing.
Was it the one where I did your comment reply to?
No, it was people keep on saying that they're going to go back to their drug of choice.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
It was Mr. Scallywag in the video.
That's not it. Yes, Scallywag. I love him.
I still, that's my scallywag, because, you know, Halloween coming up, y'all, so I got to pull out my little skeleton. So I didn't know what to name him, so just one day I just said Mr. Scallywag.
Damn it, I cannot fucking find it. But it's so freaking true, dude.
It shouldn't be that far behind.
All right, there's you.
Because there's two videos that are back to back on the video comment reply with Mr. Scallywag. They're probably are targeting the elderly with ads, the old people. Yeah, probably. Oh, excuse me. Is there still
here it is.
Is there still a bunch of Facebook ads on 708?
Yeah. Well, I got one last night, you know. Let me see. I have to put this in. Shit. I'm trying to do the
Amanda, you're the one that went to the Texas hearing, right?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay, yeah. And other people, the motherfuckers don't believe me when I say that the entire state of Texas tried to ban kratom because of 708. You know, they don't want to take the time to do their research to go watch that bullshit ass hearing.
Haha, figured it out. Okay. I figured out how to do the screen really fast. Okay. This is like such a good video, dude.
Great job in Texas. Great job in Texas. Like, y'all, I mean, I know y'all not fully out of the water yet, but this is no shade to you at all, but I wanted to highlight your comment because I keep getting comments about people saying, I guess I'll go back to the streets and do fent. First off, yeah, you'll most likely die if you go back to doing fent. Second off, if people keep commenting and telling me that they're going to go back to the streets to do fent because they're going to schedule 708, why would you do that? Are you still chasing highs? Like, what is the reasoning behind that? Are you still in active addiction? You just traded to a safer substance. That's supposedly safer. There's no science to say it's safe. My comeback to these folks is go back to kratom. I don't understand that logic of going back to the streets to do illicit fent.
Like, were people not using the synthetic 7-OH to work on their whys of addiction? Or did they literally just trade one addiction for another? I'm not understanding that. I'm a recovered addict. You know, I was addicted to oxys, benzos, muscle relaxers for 11 years straight. Whole leaf kratom allowed me to work on my whys of addiction. I am so recovered that even like the FDA and DEA and HHS is saying that kratom is safe, they're not targeting kratom. Even if they did, you would not hear me say that I would go back to the streets and revisit my old drug dealers. Help me understand, please.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, kratom is a tool.
Yeah.
You know, and so, like, so you were just going to a legal form of getting high, and we don't know the safety profile. Just because people are still alive 2 years later doesn't mean shit. It means
Yeah.
they've been lucky as hell.
Or did they go to a more abundant form of
and
getting high?
easily accessible.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like okay. Another reason why we, we advocate a lot too is because we saw, all the chronic pain patients that were being dropped by their doctors because of the government getting involved on how much a doctor can prescribe opioids, right? So another one of our mission goals was to reach that chronic pain patient before they went to the street or before they suicide themselves. You know, that's heavy on us. You know, we want to reach that person, and it's like, I forgot where I was even going with that. But
dude, I do that all the time.
Yeah, I swear to God. And it's like, so now we're seeing, so we know that the predatory marketing that the 7-OH dealers did was attract the active addicts, attract the chronic pain patients. The common thread is having the names being alluded to narcotics. The common thread is it looking like a pill, And it's like, yeah, we're seeing these, chronic pain patients saying that 7-OH is saving them. How do you know that? There's no studies to say that. The FDA approved pain pills and such went through years of safety studies. So yeah.
And I mean, they even still have fucking side effects.
Right.
So, I mean, like everything we put into our body that's not naturally supposed to go in there is going to do something. So to say it's completely safe is just ridiculous.
Yeah. And then, us advocates, we are getting heavily attacked, since the earthquake dropped on Tuesday, and it's like, where the fuck were y'all for almost 2 years?
Lynn said it good.
What'd she say?
Fuck them things.
Oh, fucking Lynn. Her comments always tripped me out too when I was on Facebook.
It's so true though, dude.
But yeah, so the way that this is done is they see two vulnerable communities, and they know that both communities will do desperate things.
Because we're desperate, yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you're not living, you're desperate to fucking just live like normal people.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody around you.
And I'm sitting here thinking, if these motherfucking chronic pain patients didn't fight against the FDA regulations on the prescribing of opioids, but now all of a sudden 7-OH is the love of their life, where the fuck were y'all? Us advocates like Amanda's here, Kristen's here, Lynn, we've all, and in one way, shape, or form, we advocated to keep kratom legal, whether it was submitting our testimonies. When I used to do the Sprinkle the Kratom Kindness post, we would do that on news stories. We've advocated in person. We've advocated via Zooms. Not near one of these hearings that we've attended or watched throughout these couple of years, nobody has gotten up there and said 7-OH has saved their life. Matter of fact, one of the people that they were, the one that's sharing around this whole let's get Mac to retire, Not once did she ever say 708 saved her life. You know, and then there's another one. There, like I said, I ain't gonna name drop these motherfuckers, but there's
No.
another one, that now lives in a banned state, but never once did they say 708 saved their life.
Yep.
But yet here they are portraying it on social media or portraying it in group chats.
Yeah.
Were you too ashamed to publicly say that when you were called upon to testify? I just, but now all of a sudden, us Kratom advocates, all the American Kratom Association, we're the evil demons. I'm over here getting fucking fat shamed and shit. It's
like ridiculous, man.
I'm one. There's, the AKA has gotten death threats. I am probably one message or one comment away from getting a death threat from these opioid raging ass motherfuckers with pinpoint eyeballs.
It don't make no sense. I mean, it just
No.
don't make no sense. I mean, it only takes a little bit of common sense to realize probably not a good idea to do stuff like that.
And then they have their Stop the 708 ban petition that's going on. But guess what, folks? Too little, too late.
Yeah.
I can't help but to think, I'm telling you, my conspiracy theory brain thinks that the FDA already did their 8-factor analysis.
Yeah.
I really think they do. And
I would not be surprised one bit.
And, they're just going through procedural motions where they have to post up a public comment period.
Well, if you had the science already, or you were really confident, that this was a life-saving thing and would pass the science and have the science needed, you would be on it.
Yeah.
You'd be on it.
You would have funded it too.
Yep.
You've already made your billions. Why aren't you funding the science?
Don't make no sense.
Because they don't care. They knew. They knew. I don't know how many times I can keep saying that. All I can say is I am grateful and thankful that 708 was not at the smoke shop when I first found my Kratom.
That's what I'm saying too. And like Leisha was saying, get ready to fight next year because Tennessee, I know Tennessee is going to be a big deal, and I am fucking ready to roll out.
I will be on the ready to hop on a plane to go out there and help the Tennessee folks. That's my old stomping grounds.
That's right.
Y'all want to call me a fat ass bitch? Well, Big Misty coming through. Because of Kratom.
That's right, damn it. And you're right, Kristen. I mean, if it weren't for 708, you wouldn't be going through that. Adam Chase,
Kristen.
Still here. You too. I mean, y'all. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. And for them not to see that, and the comments I really love. If this gets banned, I'm going to make it my life mission to make sure Kratom is banned. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And 99% of the people that are taking 708 today are former Kratom consumers.
Yeah.
And the fact that they want to make it their mission.
Look at what Amanda just said. Beep, beep.
Oh, yeah. And then Alicia's like, I'll come with you. Yeah, I mean, I'll get on the plane to get to Tennessee,
Yeah, oh yeah, Kelly says she got the lodging. Yeah, she got the lodging.
Yep. Go out there and have a little fucking vacay.
Yeah. It don't make no sense, dude. I'm glad we did this. I feel better that we talked to everybody about
I had to vent. Had to vent, Jennifer. Because I just came from Champs last week from Vegas. I'm full on advocacy mode when I'm out there. There's you would think that, I'm in Vegas, I'm gonna have some time to decompress and recoup. No. Me and Bud be on advocate mode.
Yeah.
So I was out there. I came home Sunday night. We found out Monday that the FDA was doing that press release on Tuesday. I have yet to be able to.
I don't know how you're still going, dude. I think I would already just flipped my lid.
As many buttons as they continue to push in my comment section, first of all, my eyeballs roll to my asshole you know? And then second of all, I start giggling. And then third of all, I take a deep breath and be like, no, you're not going to pull the old Misty out of me. You can keep making memes all you want. You can call me the lap dog for the AKA. You can call me a fat ass fucking bitch, junky ass, pink hair bitch, you know? It just rolls right out the back. I survived what you're currently going through right now.
Yeah.
I survived active addiction.
And now you're not walking around like a fucking asshole all the time.
Yeah. I'm not opioid raging, man. I put my kids through a lot.
Yeah.
Fucking a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But I'm at the point now, Amanda, that I'm just blocking them. I'm fucking blocking them. You ain't wasting my energy no more.
If I feel that asshole vibe coming on, usually I just block them.
Yep.
You can usually tell where they're coming from. If they're coming from the Reddit rat community.
Oh my God, I know. I fucking know.
You can smell the sewage a mile away.
Yeah.
That's right, Alicia. Fuck them.
Inside of the belly button. Yeah, I know everybody knows what the inside of a belly button smells like. That's some stinking ass fucking blue cheese ass smell shit, you know?
Oh, it shit kills me every time you say that. Oh.
How long? We've been on for almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably get off, but I'm glad that we did this. I'm glad everybody came and hung out for a while and
yeah.
Smell that.
Yeah, you can smell that shit, man. I wonder how many people are gonna watch this replay and go get a Q-tip or a piece of or put their fucking pinky in their ear. Oh my God.
I can't talk. I was gonna say they're gonna use their finger.
They're gonna use their pinky and be like, "This is what I smell like." How the hell's that fat ass pink hair bitch gonna say that shit?
Oh, fermented toe cheese. Yeah, made me pee on myself.
I know.
Oh.
Who said that? Oh man.
Oh shit, dude! This is one of the funny.
The fucking bitch is walking around smell like BV, bacterial vaginosis.
Oh, man.
Okay, we gotta get off.
Bye, everybody. Thank y'all.
Bye, everybody.